here. Um, so you have our main intro, which watch when it goes to 1 second. After it hits 1 second, go ahead and hit that. Once it hits the right after the one. Yeah, just once. I didn't want to do it until after we talked because I wanted to make sure that we were okay. Okay. So I was waiting. Okay. So then of course our levels are going to be all right here. So I'm going to turn everybody up right now because it won't go off yet. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to 209 Sports Talk. A little bit more of a different kind of feel here tonight as we get ready for a few things coming up. Let me go ahead and introduce my co-host for the evening. To my left, well, actually, just for the hour. I should go ahead and talk about that for a quick second. For about an hour, to my left, I'll have Desire Finney from the University of Pacific women's basketball team, as well as from the University of Pacific women's basketball team, someone that would regularly hear on a regular basis. And to my right, that is Miss Moriana Clayton. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
So tonight is a little bit of a different feel. Tonight I actually get to shut up for a moment and let the ladies talk. The ladies are taking over. They've got quite a few things as they start to kind of branch off and get into their own little bit of their own show as they're kind of getting ready. Things are starting to they're doing a little bit of building block. They've kind of learned from me a little bit. I hope I taught them a few things here and there, but we'll see how well I've done. Especially Desire getting her first chance at the board, so she'll get a chance to really learn a few things and prepare herself, and hopefully she lets Desire or Moriana kind of get things going with the show as well. So these two girls are going to go ahead and collaborate a little bit. They're going to talk about everything that's going on around the University of Pacific, not just sports, because I think the idea is to, you know what, I'll let the ladies go ahead and talk about that. I'm going to go ahead and let them take over for the next 58 minutes. So we'll go ahead and, of course, we're going to take our breaks like we normally do, everything else, and, of course, they'll keep it sports related. If they have anything that they want me to chime in on, we'll go ahead and make sure to let me know as well. But other than that, who wants to take over? Oh, she looked at you. So, Moriana, you're taking over. So, okay. Moriana, go ahead while I go ahead and fix a few things for you.
All right. Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are okay with this real little adjustment that we have here. Desire and I, we are teammates, and this should come natural with us.
Yes, it should. We're very excited.
Yeah, we have a lot of cool things to talk about in regards to things and events that are happening around Pacific, whether it's sports-wise or academics or just the current student-life events going around here. So Desire is actually a part of the ASUOP committee.
Yes, I am.
They do some pretty cool things around campus that has great student interaction and give everybody an opportunity to branch out and try new things. Can you give us some examples of what you guys do?
Yeah. Well, so this is my first time joining the ASUOP program. I'm one of the centers of athletics, so I mostly just take care of all the athletes, ask for their opinion, what they feel like need to be done, what they feel like they want to add on to the school, and what makes it to help make school more united. So that's the main thing that AUCOP does. They do school events like spring break concerts and little events around campus so everyone come together and join. So that's my position on that program, what I do, and how I put my effort in it. So it's pretty cool. I like it. It's a new thing. It was all new to me. Just doing something new, so I was excited doing it. I didn't even know about it until now, and I'm a junior, so that's kind of crazy how these past few years I didn't even know about it, and I feel like I could have been joined it since freshman year. But it's fine now. I'm glad I know it now, and I'm excited. It's pretty fun to be in an organization like that brings a lot of fun to this campus and bring excitement and unity and try to bring everyone together from different backgrounds together. So it's pretty cool.
I know that that's an extracurricular activity aside from what you already have. So how do you juggle? How do you juggle doing that and being an athlete and being a student as well?
I juggle a lot. I mean, I feel like since I'm been an athlete so long, I'm able to be really organized and figure out like what time I have available and what time I need to rest and what time I have for homework and stuff. So I've been doing pretty well. I just create a schedule and I just follow it each week. So that's the good thing about having a schedule and make sure you stay consistent with it. So that's how I say organizing together, making sure I be able to put my input into this organization, also into my schoolwork and into my team too. So just having a good schedule, nice organized schedule, helped me out a lot.
Yeah, I think you're handling it really well. You are. You cheered a lot, and
Thank
I think
you.
you're stepping out of your shell and doing new things.
Oh yeah, I am. Cause when I was young, I used to be a really shy girl, and now I'm out here just talking to everyone and be more outgoing. So it's yeah, I'm getting out of my shell. I'm just creating a bigger shell, and I'm just showing it off now.
That's good. Very happy for you. So, what are some new things that ASUP is about to get into?
A lot of things. Well, right now, me trying to pass this tailgate policy, and that's just having be able to have like so before games, we want to have people just come over and we could just be in the parking lot and just hang out before a game starts and just relax, eat food, have drinks and stuff, and just everyone come together before the game starts. So that's the one thing we're trying to get together is have a tailgate. So before all the team events, so that's going on. We just talked about it yesterday, and we all the senators agreed on in a meeting that we're going to try to keep pushing this through. So that's one thing we're trying to get it together. And I think that would be really nice for people just to know about the games more and to come together more also. I know a lot of people come together now, like before a game, but that'd be nice to get everyone together just to hang out and get to know each other since we all in one big happy family, right? So we
Yeah,
gotta continue hanging out with each other no matter where we come from and just be a nice united school.
yeah, because our school's very diverse. You know, you walk around campus, you see all types of folks, all different walks of life, and
Yeah, yeah.
I think you agree that unity between each other. I think I mean, going to UOP and being a student here is really special.
Mhm.
To learn and see and interact with different people, and it just makes your culture and diverse. And I mean, when it comes to sports, I mean, everybody supports each other within the athletics. But you know, getting our I wouldn't say regular students, but say just getting our students more involved into what's
Mhm.
happening around
Mhm.
campus. Like, I mean, our sports teams here are killing it. You know,
Yes, they are.
um, so I mean, just having that support meant a lot to us. Get up and eat, work hard, prepare ourselves for the games, and I think student support is major. I think for ASU to do that, it's good. Like trying to get everyone involved.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna do a big thing for our team, especially just having a good fan base. And I feel like when you have a good fan base and the team be pumped up, like it's already the team's already pumped up as it is. Like just being with each other. When you have a good fan base, that's even more. It's more energy. You get more feeling. You get the freshmen their nerves go away, so then they be good when they come on the court. So that's really good to have a good fan base, and that's the one thing ASU is trying to do is get everyone to come together, especially for team events. And it would be really nice if we get it together because I know if I have a very nice fan base on my games, oh, I'm Kobe. I'm Kobe. Not average though. I'm not trying to be a ball hawk. I'm Kobe. Insane.
I got a question now. As far as that goes, how can obviously I'm students that aren't available, but you talk about the fan base and getting people involved. Can anybody get involved in ASUOP, or how does that work? And what can a person do to at least feel that they're involved in something like that?
Oh yeah, anyone can get involved. You just have to talk to one of your senators and just ask them what can you do to help put any effort into AHLP because they're like all the help we get and how much we can be involved. So just go on the website, to AHLP website, and just look through it, see what's going on, and come to office hours too. And you just come in and say, I just want to find a way to put my effort in and just want to see what I can do, and we'll love to have you guys come and help out. So.
What about donations?
Well, that's a question I'm not sure about financial.
Okay.
So,
Just
it's my first year, so I'm just barely knowing a few things. But
well, the point is that since this is going to be this is going to be the basis of selling your show. I mean, at least it's things to look at and get ready for. So that way, if we have a special caller or somebody come by that wants to donate or something like that, we can't get callers. We're gonna start. We're working on it.
Okay.
We're getting close. We're getting really, really close.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're ready for that too.
Okay, I'll make sure I figure that out.
So, look, you won't go.
Let's see what. Oh, okay. noticing around campus is, both, everywhere. Both on the building,
Mhm.
both on the light posts. Is that you guys?
I don't. No, that's not us. That's I'm not sure who that is, but I know that's for the homecoming.
Yes, homecoming week.
But
Specific.
I don't think we do that because that's like go on top of buildings and stuff, and I don't think students should be able to go up there. You know, some like.
Yeah. Sure. So I guess you guys have anything special for homecoming week?
Yeah, we have the what's it called, the Tiger Olympics. That's one of the events we're hosting. That's pretty cool. So for Tiger Olympics, when different teams will come together and just compete with each other, and athletic program, we actually have a team called the Silent Assassins. Haha. So we got a team together.
I got you.
So it's gonna be fun. That's gonna be, and I'm a part of the team, so it's gonna be my first time doing the Tiger Olympics. So that's pretty cool. I feel like my team's gonna dominate since we're already athletic and smart as it is.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is an all-girl team, but that doesn't matter because we're strong. Bye by
What are
joy.
you guys doing?
Huh?
Particular?
Only a few I know: the tug of war, the three-leg race, and egg toss. Those are the only ones I know right now. But it's more. I just found out it's like a cake eating contest going on.
Are you in that one?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna miss that one.
Wasn't that like something mean to cake eater? Isn't that always bad, term? When you make fun of someone, they call someone a cake eater or something like that. It was an old school thing. I don't know.
No, never heard of that one.
Yeah, me either. It's fine. It's okay.
Look it up. Like,
But yeah, that's gonna all that's gonna happen this Saturday at the lawn. So I hope everyone make it out. That's gonna be pretty fun. So I'm excited to play in that event and just dominate. You know, try to get that W for the Tiger Olympics. For all the athletes represented. But
keep going.
I mean, it's gonna be pretty cool.
Still working a few months out. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Do you have anything else to talk about?
No, I think I pretty much said a lot about it. I'm gonna have some more next time. We have more updates and events and stuff. But that was the main things that we talked about this week. Well, it wasn't a debate. So what happened yesterday? We decided to have our meeting outside of our office and decided to have it on the lawn. I thought it was a pretty cool idea because they would have students see like what we do actually do and have them be more involved. And then maybe they'll come next time into our office when we have our meetings, and that'll be nice too, so that we won't be freezing outside. I was freezing, people. Oh my gosh, shivering. But we decided to have our meeting outside, and it was pretty cool. We had some speakers so that everyone else could hear us talking with the mic. So that was pretty cool. It was pretty, I think it was the first time they decided to do it outside, so that was pretty nice to try that out. And I liked the last to help me do it some more times. I just hope the weather be much better because it was pretty cold, but yeah, so it was nice. So I guess if you should come by and sit down with us and listen. And someone, when they come up on the mic and spoke, like, they want to know more about us too. So that was pretty nice to have students get to see who we are, what we look like. So if they see us around campus, like, oh, hey. And they want to try to conversate with us about stuff that'd be nice to do about school and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool having them, having us outside for our meeting. So it was pretty nice. I liked it a lot.
That's cool. Well, I think we're going to go into break soon.
Break time. I think it is break time.
Right
So,
time.
Desire, go ahead and pick an outro that you like. Anything else? The last 3 lines there. Go ahead and pick one. Yep, from there down. Yep. So if there's any that you kind of think that's going to be awesome for you, go ahead and hit it. There you go. See how it started to go off?
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and take a small break. You listen to Pacific Tiger Radio Network on 91.9 FM and on the Pacific and on the 209 Sports YouTube channel. JD Jeff alongside with Desire, Penny, and right on its way. Turn it back.
Wanting to take your fantasy football lineup to the next level? For beginners and advanced players, listen to Fantasy Football Classroom every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. JD, Jeff Dominic.
Odell Beckham, where has he been? He was highly regarded as one of the top
I'm going to say top 5 wide receivers picked in the majority of fantasy football leagues. And he has been, I'd much rather have Victor Cruz right now than him. Here's the other thing about Sammy Coates is that he's a good player to stash. This is coming from Mark Leong, our third member. Like I said, he'll be back here hopefully next week. He now has five games of 40 or more yards. So there's somebody there.
Professor Stephen Farias.
Dak Prescott, he's got a good running game. He might have Dez back this week. He might not, but he's still going to go underneath. He's got Cole Beasley, Jason Witten, likes to throw that underneath pass. He's going to get you a ton of completions.
Listen to Fantasy Football Classroom every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Pacific Tiger Radio 91.9 FM.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plotto and his son Dylan to do the dishes. They talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad o'clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda, that's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese!
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
In 50 feet, turn left. Why are you driving so slowly?
After a few drinks, I'm taking it slow.
Well, you're not fooling the cop behind you.
What?
Get ready to pay in 0.1 miles.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Go Caleb! Come on, hit a homer, Jesse!
Let's go, guys!
Hey, did you guys know that kids who play sports earn more money when they grow up?
Of course. I knew that.
Hey, did you guys know that kids who read books have a bigger vocabulary?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Wow, Jinx. Did you guys know that friendly children have more friends?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's true. I knew that. Did you guys know that winter babies are better at music?
Everyone knows that.
Oh, yeah?
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
obvious.
Oh, hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Huh, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I knew that.
I'm pretty sure you didn't.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. Take 1.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the angry giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plotto and his son Dylan to do the dishes. They talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad o'clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
We are here to talk to you guys about all the latest events going around Pacific and all the sports and athletics that's going on here as well. We're going to start off by talking about homecoming this week. It's homecoming week in Pacific. It's a pretty big week. Student-wise, very fun activities, a lot of cool events going on. And we have some things to tell you guys of what's going on and what's ahead. Yeah, homecoming 16. Some events we have is alumni reunions. We're really big on alumni. They fund a lot of things that's going on in the Pacific. It's major. Alumni is very important. I'm a senior. I will be an alumni soon, which is kind of scary, but I think it's pretty cool just to be a part of that circle of people. You know, so many networking opportunities and friendships that are to be made. Yeah. What else do you got, Desire?
So yeah, homecoming's coming up. So I'm gonna start this weekend. I'm excited. I know a lot of people in Pacific is excited. So yeah, we got the alumni reunion coming along. We have the Tiger Rally, and I think that's the one thing that I'm really excited about is the Tiger Rally, because that's when I get to show off my moves in the middle of the court, do a little dance here and there. But yeah, I'm really excited for Tiger Rally and to show everyone our dance that we've been practicing on. Me and my teammates been practicing on this dance. I hope everyone enjoys, because we put a lot of work on it, a lot of good moves, popular moves. So you excited about it?
Honestly,
Mari?
the Tiger Rally is the biggest prep rally of the year. So, it is like a prep rally. It's like prep rally college style. Like, I think it's just great, good vibes. We have the fraternities and sororities that come out, do their dances. Of course, we broadcast men and women's basketball teams, and I mean, it's just a good time. They get to see, well, our team personally in a different element than what we are and what we present to the school. So I think you guys will be surprised of how we're gonna throw it down on the court.
Yep.
We all can dance this year, so
And
I mean, it's gonna be good.
yeah, and then like the one thing I like about Tiger Rally is that the students also be able to involve with us too. So it's like the athletes interested to come together. So a lot of the students on campus will be doing like a lip sync, and I think that's the one thing I'm also excited about, because the students some of them has really good talent when they do their lip sync stuff. It's like you're watching their own show, and it's amazing how much preparation they do, and you could tell by how they do their moves and how they set everything up from their their backgrounds, and some people have their own backgrounds and stuff like that, and it's like you're watching like a little TV show. So that's pretty cool. So I'm excited about that too. Hopefully I can do the 3-point shooting contest. That'd be nice. I have been working on my 3. What about you, Mari?
3-point shooting contest, donut eating contest. They had, what else did they have? They had some Polynesian dancers come, which is pretty cool. What else did they have? They had a dunk contest. Excited to see the dunk contest this year. So yeah, I mean, it's like called like our Midnight Mania type deal. But yeah, I think you're able to make it out. When is it? October 14th, I believe.
Is there a cost in this for anybody that's not alumni?
What's the question?
Okay.
Sorry.
Is there a cost? What day is it, and what is there a cost on it? I think for non-alumni, if alumni or non-alumni are invited.
Well, there's no cost to it.
Okay.
For students, it's free.
Yeah, I know students are free.
When is it?
On the 14th.
8 to 10.
Okay.
10. In Spanos, yeah. In the nice Spanos.
How about this? Is there a phone number that they can call if they have any questions? Is there one possible available?
I'm not sure about phone number. I know if you go on the Pacific website,
Okay.
then you go into homecoming, and it tells you like the schedule and everything, what's going on.
Is it pacifictigers.com? Is it pacifictigers.edu?
Pacific.edu.
Okay. Cool.
So you go in there and it'll tell you all the information and also like the schedule of the event, and you can see what's going on.
There is a number. Sorry.
Okay.
found it?
Well, that's good. Glad.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
The number that you can call for more information is 866-575-7229. 866-575-7229.
What we'll do is we'll also put this on our 209 Sports Facebook
That'd be
page
nice.
to get everybody out there to let everybody aware of it.
More people, more better.
Absolutely. And then, of course, that way we'll have the phone number. We'll have that out there. We'll also throw out it on our 209 Sports Twitter page at 209_sports. Please follow us there. We'll go ahead and we do a lot of stuff with Pacific Tiger Radio, and also the Pacific Tiger Athletics. So we want to make sure that everything that comes along with this is addressed. So what I'll also do is, I know Desire, we're all going to have, I have your email, Maury, so email me a link to that, and I'll even put it on Facebook, so that way everybody's aware of that too. So we'll make sure that all that information is out there to everybody that's interested in joining, because look, I know that I've only hung out with most of you for the last a little more than a year now, and the more times I get the chance to talk to y'all, it's a great opportunity it's a blast. So I think that even that last couple hours that we'll have to see you, I know, Maury, it's your senior year, so that's your final year. Desire, you've got a couple more years left. This is your junior year,
I'm
but
a junior.
you're going to make it live. I know that because I know how you are. So we get to see her in her natural element on the court.
On the court.
But she's getting more into the to the microphone, so we're enjoying this with you.
Well, I'm having a good time.
Perfect.
Not too bad.
Perfect. What else we got going on there, Maury? What else you got to chime about? I know there's homecoming. You know what? So there's the event of homecoming, but what else does homecoming represent? I mean, of course, is it an alumni thing? I mean, of course, we talked about the alumni, but what is it all about when it comes to homecoming? What does it represent for both of you?
I think homecoming represents the community of Pacific, because we talked about alumni, we talked about sports, we just talked about Pacific as a whole and as a family. Pacific as a family, and I think that's a major part of homecoming. It's just everybody coming together and celebrating. Pacific is actually celebrating their 165th year.
Wow.
So that's major. They're going to have an event inviting families to celebrate with lunch, live music, family entertainment, cake, and there's going to be an R&B singer, Jasmine Jordan. She's going to take the stage with jazz on the green at noon. So I think that's going to be just a celebratory moment. Celebrate the life of Pacific and all that it has brought to the world.
Is she a local artist?
She is. I think so. Yeah.
What would be the possibility of getting her on with you two ladies on Tuesday for possibly your final show with me, and getting her on here? And
that'd be great.
So maybe since I know you two are both connected a little bit more than I am, maybe talk to her and see if she could be willing to come out here and hang out with you two ladies for an hour.
That'd be cool.
Great.
Just throwing it out there. Just a little teaching element I'm throwing out there to you too. At the same time. So continue. You got a couple minutes before you take your next break. So go ahead. What else you two ladies got?
A little taste of Pacific. I guess this is an opportunity for people, families, and alumni and adults just to come by and just listen to great music, drink wine. There's going to be different food stations. You have to be 21 and over, of course. But it's going to be great. It's a great celebration. A lot of good things, guys. We're going to put the link on the Facebook, you said?
Yeah, 209 Sports
and
Facebook.
You can see all the events that are going to go on.
Yep.
Tons of them.
So email me everything you got. I'll make sure everything is put on blast out there on 209 Sports, and please follow that 209 Sports Facebook page. We'll throw everything out there for everybody, and of course I'll also try. Well, actually, it ties into 209 Sports Twitter, so it makes it really easy and a really easy transition for everybody, depending on what kind of social media outlook you like to have. So that's kind of where we're at with it. I think we still got about another minute and a half, so let's throw out another couple little pieces of news that really interest you before Desire puts us to break. And she's looking confused, so yes, please throw us a little bit of things, and I'm going to show her a couple things.
And I cannot believe I missed this, but there's going to be a food truck frenzy Friday, October 14th from 6 to 8 p.m., which is right before the Tiger Rally. It's going to be at the pool parking lot. It's going to be tons of food trucks where you can just get all types of food. It's just going to be a huge tailgate actually before the Tiger Rally. So make sure you guys come out. That's going to be really cool, you know. Go to this little truck and chill and socialize with friends and reunite with some people and just come out and have a good time. Friday, October 14th is going to be a great day. Great day to just hang out and just have fun and enjoy the homecoming week.
So what you're saying, everything, all this turns out to be on October 14th.
Yes.
There is like...
Yeah, most of them, it starts Friday, October 14th, and there's stuff that goes on Saturday.
And Sunday.
Yeah, so that whole weekend. Yeah.
Wow,
That
that's...
whole weekend's going to be great.
And yeah, there not only is there that, there's also some sporting events. I know we'll touch bases on here about the next half hour. So I know we'll touch bases on that. I know the baseball guys that come on at 6:30 tonight, they're going to talk. I'm going to have them talk a little bit about their camps coming up for the youth. So you know, it's apparently not just homecoming for adults. There's also some youth things coming up too. So Desire, go ahead and click that button. Maury's going to take us to break, and we'll go ahead and go from there.
Yeah, we're going on break. This is 209 Sports Talk, and this is
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, fish dad!
Oh, come on! This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Remember, always lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
I heard on the news about that 5-year-old who found his uncle's gun. The kid didn't know it was loaded.
I heard on the news about that 14-year-old girl who was bullied online for like a year. She couldn't take it anymore, so she got her dad's gun from his nightstand.
I heard on the news about that guy who broke into someone's house, stole a gun from the hall closet.
He accidentally shot his cousin in the head.
She killed herself.
And later, killed the owner of the store he was trying to rob.
If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Remember, always lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plato and his son Dylan to do the dishes. They talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad o'clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
it's me and Mari. We're taking over. And right now, after me spending time about homecoming, I'm going to go to sports. So far, talk about homecoming, and that was good. Had a good time talking about that. And that was really fun to talk about homecoming. I'm really excited for homecoming. Homecoming is one of the weekends that everyone come together, from alumni to kids to students to student athletes to anyone that's from Stockton, even outside Stockton, come up to Pacific and have a good time and hang out together with food, music, and sports. And I feel that's the best thing you could do.
Honestly, yeah.
Is, that's, come on, you can't ask for no more for that.
Nope.
And so that's one thing I'm really excited for, and I can't wait for that to happen. And right now I'm going to talk a little about sports. So baseball. After we end it off a little bit, baseball gonna have an alumni game. It's gonna be this Saturday at noon, so that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the team, because I've seen them run up bases a lot during practice. They be going, so I can't wait to see them in the game, playing against some other people, because they really compete hard with each other. And that's going to be a good game to watch. What do you think, Mari?
Yeah, there will be some catered barbecue for the alumni. The lunch will begin at 2:30, and the Tigers will have intra-squad scrimmage immediately after lunch, beginning at 3 o'clock. So make sure you guys come out here, show support, because everybody on that field is wearing a Pacific Tiger uniform, or had worn one. What did I say that? Have worn one in the past. So, I mean, it's going to be a great time to see some. It's always fun watching alumni play, because you know how they feel like, oh, I used to do this, so I can still do this. I still got it. Like,
speed in my cleats. I still got a little pep in my step.
Yeah, so
pep in my step.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. You guys should totally come out and check them out. There's going to be some returners, Lucas Halstead, Nate Verlin, and Will Leiden. I guess there were some premier baseball players here at Pacific at one point, and they're going to be here. So, yeah, make sure you guys come out. And then they'll be hosting a free Kids Little League clinic on Saturday, October 22nd, for kids ages 6 to 13.
So yeah, that's going to be really cool. And then also, we also have the women's volleyball, and they play against St. Mary's at 7 p.m. So that's also going to be exciting. So we're going to have baseball, and we're going to have volleyball, and that's going to be a good combination to watch on a Saturday. And I'm excited to watch that game too, and watch our volleyball team, because they do really good in their practice. I saw their practice too, and they play really hard against each other. And they also have very, very good and talented players. Especially they have really good freshmen, and it's amazing how you have freshmen like that. They can step up from doing high school and to come to college, and that's a big stepping stool. And I be talking to them too during study hall, and they be saying they all scared and all that. So I'm like, don't be scared. You guys got it. You guys doing a good job. And they took that, and I hope they take that heart too and play really good against St. Mary's, because that's gonna be a good game to watch.
Yeah, speaking of freshmen, Ashley Fleming, she was named West Coast Conference Volleyball Player of the Week Monday after hitting 574 with 31 kills in 2 matches.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's been killing, huh?
She's been killing.
Yeah.
That wasn't just against anybody. Those were against 2 ranked opponents.
Wow.
That being number 5 San Diego, the Guerreros,
no fear.
And that also being against BYU. I know both of you have little great feelings towards BYU. I know BYU is a good school, but
yeah, BYU.
It's all right. You're both gonna have your opportunities. I know that.
It's coming. I feel it. It's gonna be a while, but
Yeah.
So if you didn't know, and I'm gonna put everybody out there, if you walked by the communications, we were actually on speakers. We're actually all hooked up outside right now.
Oh wow!
So while we were in here doing our thing,
cool.
So I was able to see here, and just in case anything got messed up, I noticed the seats have changed.
Yes, they have.
But was that because you weren't sure, or was it because we wanted to make sure that Maury got her time?
You said I do have, and she do have, and then we talk to each other now. Able to point some stuff out, so I actually call and I got you pointers down.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad at least if there's anything, I taught you a few things, and then of course I know Maury's got quite a few things going on as well. So continue on with what else you got going on. I just wanted to kind of chime in with especially with Ashlyn Fleming. You had opportunities to talk with her, not just in that interview, but a couple other times as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure both of you have. And of course there's another freshman, Emily Baptista, who's doing a really, really good job, and Coach Gibbs is huge on both of them.
Yeah, that's good to have talented freshmen like that, because that helps a lot on the team. when you used to have players that come in right after after high school and going up to college, like that's amazing how they're able to step up like that, and it really does help out and help the team become better. Because instead of them going back and going over the basics, they go straight to what they're doing and just keep moving forward. So that's really good that freshmen could pick up on the plays and everything that's going on during for their team and just start playing now, and that's amazing. And I'm proud of them, and I know they're gonna keep it up. And it's great to have them only freshmen, so they still got a few more years here. And it's scary how they're gonna be when they come seniors. It really is. Cause I know I can't wait to see them when I come back. When I'm an alumni, and they seniors, and I'm coming back to see how they're going on in the Pacific. So it's gonna be really cool. And also, that's going through homecoming on Sunday. We also have 2 games. We have women's soccer playing versus LMU at 1 p.m. and that's going to be really cool to watch too on a Sunday. It's good to watch soccer on a Sunday because that's the day that everyone just relax, and it's good to watch soccer because soccer is really good to watch. So I'm excited for that game too. And also field hockey. They're playing in Stanford at 2 p.m. So it's going to be 2 close games going in the same area. So it's going to be really nice to watch both. And I'm excited for that. I'm gonna make sure I wear a hat because I know it gets sunny out there. It gets I get a little crispy out there, people. A little crispy. But I'm excited to watch those 2 games on Sunday. Maybe do some little homework too here and there.
Well, I know women's field hockey is looking a little bit of a rebound as they lost to Stanford here recently. So they, on the other party's home turf. So this is going to be.
It's revenge.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a revenge game. Oh, it's gonna go down. Oh yeah, I'm excited even more now.
So, how do you feel about the sophomores and the juniors? I mean, I know you're junior class, so you're probably really high on one of the juniors for field hockey, that being Savannah Burns. So, how do you feel about her and what she's done? She led the team in points last year. She's doing a great job this year. She has a little bit of help this year, though. So, you got to think about what do you think about her and her leadership as being so young at the age as a sophomore?
Yeah.
She's been doing a lot of huge things.
Well, that's amazing. You just said she's been doing real well when she was a sophomore, and now she's picking it up junior. So that's amazing how she's able to pick it up in a certain amount of time. So as becoming a junior, that's what you have to do. You have to keep moving up forward. You can't go back down. So that's good that she stuck with it and kept pushing forward. So I'm proud of her. I think she's doing a good job. And I just want her to keep keeping it up, and good luck to the team on Sunday. What about you, Mara?
Yeah, same. I mean, I never even watched a whole game of field hockey before. I watched my first game last year. I think when did they play Cal?
Yeah.
Cal Berkeley, yeah. And that was just a really cool game to see how the game is played and see how they score points and how they play defense. And it's just fun. A lot of sports here at Pacific I've never really watched, like water polo, field hockey, what other ones? Even baseball. I never used to really go to baseball games, but I mean, we have a lot of great athletes here at this school, and I mean, each sport, you could tell the type of people. Yeah, you could tell the type of people that Pacific recruits. They're good people. They're great athletes that work hard, and you can just tell how much work that they put in and day out, and you can just see it all on the field, all on the court. How much work they put in, and you can see because they're great players.
Yeah, I also give credit to us upgrading our facility and stuff. I think that put a lot of having our team become even better athlete than they are now. Just by getting better equipment and everything. So I want to say thanks for all the donation that everyone did for us, and that helps a lot. And it shows in everyone's team it is helping us a lot, and it's going to keep helping us more. We keep doing donation and make sure our facility and stuff is better. So it's pretty cool how teams now are picking it up and becoming ranked. Like our soccer team, our men's soccer team is ranked and everything, so that's pretty cool. And our men's water polo.
Yeah, our men's water polo team actually just played UCLA.
Oh wow.
This past
Saturday.
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah, they did.
It was a pretty intense game.
Yeah, we missed it. We had a group recruitment for our team, so we had to show some recruits around, some future Tigers potentially. But yeah, we dipped our heads in and seen what was going on. It was very intense. A lot of people were there to support. I feel like they gave a good fight by what I heard. I mean, our water polo team is still good, despite what they went through Saturday. But I mean, they played a good team. They did all they could. I mean, and that was what really matters. But yeah, shout out to our water polo team for that. It's all right. We'll get them next time, guys.
You know when they play next, Mar?
When do they play next?
I believe they play another ranked team. I think UCLA.
USC?
We're checking for you guys. USC. Yes.
USC?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
UC Irvine.
UC Irvine.
Irvine.
Oh, you were on it.
You were on it, Desire. Yeah.
They played them there?
Yeah, they play them there.
Oh, okay, so it's a away game. So.
Yeah, the next home game is Thursday, October 20th, against George Washington at 7 p.m.
Okay.
They're number 19.
Oh, wow, another ranked team. So
Yep.
They got a good schedule going on.
Yeah. Yep.
And they need that kind of thing. I mean, in order for them to get an at-large bid or something like that, they need to be able to have a chance to go up against UCLA for the third time. They're going to need stuff like
They're
that.
going against them the third time?
Well, if they can get into the NCAA tournament and stuff like that, they need to get the at-large and stuff like that. Considering that UCLA is number one and they're in the same conference, it's going to be hard. So
It is. But they got it, though.
Yeah.
We all believe them. We all got their backs. And,
Yeah, make sure you guys come out and support.
And of course, you got a couple things as you mentioned going on Saturday. But I also am going to want to get both your takes on a lot of the coaching changes that have happened over the last few months and how or not few months, the last year.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I had to correct myself here. Oh, I had to back up a little bit.
What happened? I missed it already.
Yeah, and that starts with Coach Scroop coming in for women's soccer. That comes with David Stoudemire, the head men's coach for the men's basketball team. Coach New, he's not last year, but he's fairly new to the Tigers organization. So I want to get, and of course you've had a new coach as well, and that kind of, and he being Coach Bradley Davis, who is an absolute great coach in my opinion. Whenever as far as the speaking wise goes, obviously I've never been coached by him, so I would never know, but he's always, he's been an assistant coach for a long time, but now that he's been the head coach last year, I want to know, with all these transitions, of course we're going to take a break and Desire's going to take us to it, but but I want to get your take on that too. I just want to kind of get a quick minute with you and be able to ask those questions because this is going to be your last segment. So at this point, Desire, go ahead.
Wow, with all the coaching changing, it's been interesting. I had Coach Rob, and she was our past head coach my freshman year. She was a good coach. I like her a lot. But then Bradley became our head coach, and that was even better. Because at the same time, he is the one that recruited me. He's the one that came to my house. He came to a lot of my games. He was the main one who was like, we need you here. We want you. I want you. So I'm kind of glad that he is my head coach. Even though I do love Coach Rob, she was awesome. But he was the main reason I came. And he's a me reason, like, he wanted me, and that's the thing I like a lot. So I'm glad he ended up being my head coach instead of some other person. I mean, it would have been okay, but it's better him. Because I know him better, the team knew him better. As a team, I know the players. So it's pretty cool that he is our head coach, and I like it a lot. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see him as an assistant coach the year before last, but like Desire said, he was the one that went out and recruited me. I talked to him the most. I met Coach Rob here on my visit, but he was the one I was most familiar with and most comfortable. So when I found out he got the head coach position, I felt like that it was meant to happen. I'm a firm believer of everything happens for a reason. And I feel like that I vibe better with Coach Bradley, and me and him, when we talk one-on-one, it's like I'm talking to a friend. He's a very good guy, family guy. He has a beautiful family. Shout out to Corey, Esme, and Genevieve. But I mean, it's just great. I mean, our assistant coaches are great. Coach Starr, Coach Farrell, and Coach Mazzetta. We got RJ and Amanda. Everybody has a big contribution to our team, and that's awesome. I heard the girls soccer team, their coach is no joke. I heard she's just drilling it. But I mean, she sees it because she knows their potential. She knows that last year they weren't ranked very high, so she has a goal. She had a goal set from the get-go coming into the season. I think that's important. That's what every head coach should do, and should push their team. I heard she made them earn their gear, that she made them work for it, and I think that's awesome. And I mean, I feel like our girls soccer team has taken on that mentality, and they're doing their thing out there. With the guys team, Dame Stoudemire, that's just a gift to Pacific. I mean, he was a great player in the NBA, great college player, a person that's very knowledgeable about the game. He's going to be a great dimension to this program. From what happened last year, I feel like he picked up perfectly where it was left, and I feel like like I said, like the players just jumped right onto the bandwagon, and I feel like they all have the mindset of working hard and they're going to win games. I know Coach Dame, I talked to him a few times, and he said he's not planning on losing any game. So, and I mean, I believe him. They work hard. He's about his business, and he's a good guy. I mean, so whenever you see him, say hi. He's really cool. I mean, everybody around here, all these coaches here, you know, they're great people, and they all have good intentions for their players and programs. And I think these new coaches fit right into Pacific. So it's good. I can't wait to see how it all unravels by the end of the year.
A lot of excitement going on around
Most
here,
definitely.
especially new coaches. But I think it's a change in the culture. I think there's a big time change in the culture. So why don't we go ahead and do this? Let's take a small break. Desire, take us to break. When we come, it's gonna happen. Okay, so she said it very quietly, but I'm not gonna touch it. I was just gonna give you a little bit of garbage. So what we're gonna do? Are we gonna do it just kind of word for word?
Sure.
Okay, so go ahead and click the music. All right. You're listening to 209 Sports Talk. Go ahead.
You listen to 209 Sports Talk.
Here on the Pacific Tiger Radio Network.
Pacific Tiger Radio Network.
And on the 209 Sports YouTube channel.
And on the 209 Sports YouTube channel.
High five.
Ow!
Yeah.
I need like a something on a wall or something.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. The only thing I didn't learn in school today is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
Can you tell if the leftovers from this dinner party are beginning to grow bacteria that could lead to severe diarrhea, vomiting, and stomach cramps? Listen. You can't see it either. Get leftovers into the refrigerator as soon as possible. Spoiled leftovers can make you very sick, or worse. Roughly 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year, but you can keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. But every driver seeks the pinnacle of their achievements. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to
then
believe
what you're
this.
going to do is turn
Marcy
onto
and
Marcy
Brad
Avenue
just broke up,
and go past
and
the
apparently
first 3
she's
lights,
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
Then
think
drive
she's
5 more
happy,
blocks,
but
and you should be
who am
there.
I to judge, right?
Park
anyway,
on the right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Wanting to take your fantasy football lineup to the next level? For beginners and the advanced players, listen to Fantasy Football Classroom every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. JD, Jeff Dominic.
Odell Beckham, I mean, where has he been? He was highly regarded as one of the top, I'm going to say top 5 wide receivers picked in the majority of fantasy football leagues. And he has been, I'd much rather have Victor Cruz right now than him. Here's the other thing about Sammy Coates is that he's a good player to stash. This is coming from Mark Leong, our third member. Like I said, he'll be back here hopefully next week. He now has five games of 40 or more yards. So there's somebody there.
Professor Stephen Farias.
Dak Prescott, he's got a good running game. He might have Dez back this week. He might not, but he's still going to go underneath. He's got Cole Beasley, Jason Witten, likes to throw that underneath pass. He's going to get you a ton of completions.
Listen to Fantasy Football Classroom every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Pacific Tiger Radio 91.9 FM.
Go Caleb! Come on, hit a homer, Jesse!
Let's go, guys!
Hey, did you guys know that kids who play sports earn more money when they grow up?
of course. I knew that.
Hey, did you guys know that kids who read books have a bigger vocabulary?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Wow, Jinx. Did you guys know that friendly children have more friends?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's true. I knew that. Did you guys know that winter babies are better at music?
Everyone knows that.
Oh, yeah?
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
obvious. Oh, hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Huh. Didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I knew that.
I'm pretty sure you didn't.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
So welcome back.
See, I didn't have to do nothing. She was like, "Welcome back. I'm right here." I wasn't sleeping.
Back.
Where you at?
I'm at the
Pacific Tiger Radio Network.
Tiger Radio
Network. 91.9
91.9
FM.
FM.
Joel 9 Sports.
209 Sports.
Oh my God! You know what? Anybody that just saw us on the YouTube channel knows why Maury's laughing right now, because we were like, we locked eyes and we weren't talking, but as soon as I would say something, she was right behind me.
She does that all the time. All the time. Oh my God! Can we just talk? Okay, honestly.
Ladies, you have a few minutes left.
Thank you.
I'm gonna separate you two. Apparently, so get a little heated.
Yeah. Could we talk about some funny things that me and
Do
Desire?
whatever you want.
Desire, what?
It has to be PG though.
Right? That's awesome.
Good save. Aha. See?
Wow, really?
I'm just kidding. No, me and Desire, we're just, I don't know, we're too much.
I'm good.
Of course, Desire, of course.
I'm quiet. I'm sweet.
I could agree with you on your sophomore year in the beginning.
Yeah.
The first interview, okay, I agree with you, because it was literally a 20-second interview. After that, you hunted me down to interview you. I'm kidding.
She loves being interviewed. She loves it.
She does now. Because she knows I won't put her on blast. I give her the good questions, and she knows I do. Right?
It's funny, guys, because our Italy video just released on YouTube. So go on YouTube to Pacific Women's Basketball Program. We have our own channel, and we just released our Italy video. So you can see some of our player interviews in Italy, like live and in action. Desires there, so she's getting interviewed. You see how she is when she's behind the camera. But yeah, you guys go check it out. It was an awesome experience. You get to see everything. Our media guy RJ, he did a great job catching some good footage. Him and Kevin did a great job with that. Yeah, guys, go check it out. It's awesome.
Please do. You guys will like it. You're going to see my face.
Uh-huh.
You love it. You think of this so awesome.
So
anyway.
Desire, you are awesome. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey.
Thank you.
Me too.
You alright. Anyway, so
No, that's me. You're not awesome. You're absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
No, I have to be safe because
It's better than awesome, Desire. It's better than awesome.
You know what, Marvin? It's not starting this. Okay, people want to hear all
You
this.
know what? We went the whole show without any problems. Okay.
So you wanted to end it this way?
No, I don't want to end it this way. All love, everybody. All love, always. But no, brief rundown. Make sure you guys check out the homecoming festivities. It's going to be great this weekend. Tiger Rally, some alumni activities. Make sure you go on pacific.edu/homecoming to see all the following events. There's information for you to call people, to contact them if you have any questions. Make sure you come out to all these sporting events that's happening. Yeah, everything you need to know is on pacifictiger.com, with all the sports. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed me and Desire today. I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous, Jeff said we're taking over today, and I was just like, all right.
I got this.
Yeah, but I feel like
No, it's fine.
we do this more and more. You guys start hearing our voice, getting comfortable with you guys.
It's a good experience.
Yeah, it's a good
Had a good
experience.
time.
Yeah, for sure.
I will be back.
We will be back.
So I'm going to say this real quick before you all take off. I'm going to say you probably have one more week with me before I have no problem with you going wherever you want, and you're always welcome here. I said that. I don't know if I said it on air, but I'm definitely saying that again to make sure I reiterate that I'm going to miss you You know, I'm definitely with both y'all, and the thing is I know I'll see you on the court, so I'm not worried there.
Yeah.
But I'm really hoping that you will definitely stay part of the show. But at the same time, I'm really excited for both of you.
Thank you.
I know that you are well more than ready to take on the next adventure in your radio broadcasting career, and we have a couple other guys that are going to be coming in here a little bit later. I'm going to tell them the same exact thing. But you were the first group you were the first group of women sports broadcasters that I've had, so that's fantastic. I'm glad. I'm more than proud about that. I think it's awesome. I'm excited about not only your coming season, but the enjoyment that I've had with both of you. I've learned a lot from both of you, and I can't wait not only for you to step on the court, but I'm ready to hear for your first show coming up hopefully soon.
Yeah.
We'll stay tuned for when that's coming up.
Yeah.
But I know I have you for one more week at least. And that doesn't mean that after that 1 week, you guys, you both have to disappear.
No.
You're not. You better not. Otherwise, I'll just hunt you down on the court and look for interviews that way. Put you on blast that way.
Yes, October 30th, our first game against Chico State here at Spanos at 2 p.m.
On Sunday.
Yes.
You have no excuse to not.
It's after church.
I'm going to be there.
You guys can sleep in. It's at 2 p.m.
You know where I'm going to be on Tuesdays. So right here. Right on. Well, ladies, I'm gonna send you off to break. So let's go ahead and take a small break. You're listening to Pacific Tiger Radio Network here on the 209 Sports YouTube channel, Pacific Tiger Radio Network, 91.9 FM. Thank you all very much. I am JD Jeff Dominic, Desire Finney to my right, Moriana Clayton to my left. They're going to go ahead and take off. Have a great evening, but we will be right back here in just a few moments. You're listening to KPAC, Stockton, 91.9.
Right now?
Home of the Pacific Tigers.
Wanting to take your fantasy football lineup to the next level? For beginners and the advanced players, listen to Fantasy Football Classroom every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. JD, Jeff Dominic.
Odell Beckham, I mean, where has he been? He was highly regarded as one of the top, I'm going to say top 5 wide receivers picked in the majority of fantasy football leagues. And he has been, I'd much rather have Victor Cruz right now than him. Here's the other thing about Sammy Coates is that he's a good player to stash. This is coming from Mark Young, our third member. Like I said, he'll be back here hopefully next week. He now has five games of 40 or more yards. So there's somebody there.
Professor Stephen Farias. Dak Prescott, he's got a good running game. He might have Dez back this week. He might not, but he's still going to go underneath. He's got Cole Beasley, Jason Witten, likes to throw that underneath pass. He's going to get you a ton of completions.
Listen to Fantasy Football Classroom every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Pacific Tiger Radio, 91.9 FM.
Go Caleb! Come on, hit a homer, Jesse!
Let's go, guys!
Hey, did you guys know that kids who play sports earn more money when they grow up?
Of course. I knew that.
Hey, did you guys know that kids who read books have a bigger vocabulary?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Wow, Jinx. Did you guys know that friendly children have more friends?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's true. I knew that. Did you guys know that winter babies are better at music?
Everyone knows that.
Oh, yeah?
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
obvious.
Oh, hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Huh, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I knew that.
I'm pretty sure you didn't.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Como 2.340.000 sonrisas, 28.800 besos de buenos días, 110 viajes increíbles y unas copas. Hay una vida entera de su compañía que su familia no podrá disfrutar. Todo porque él decidió manejar después de tomar unas copas y murió en un choque. No pierdas tanto por culpa de tan poco. Manejar medio tomado es igual que manejar borracho. Un mensaje del Departamento de Transporte de Estados Unidos y de Ad Council.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda, that's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. Take one.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the angry giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place. And then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Go Caleb! Come on, hit a homer, Jesse!
Let's go, guys!
Hey, did you guys know that kids who play sports earn more money when they grow up?
Of course. I knew that.
Hey, did you guys know that kids who read books have a bigger vocabulary?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Wow, Jinx. Did you guys know that friendly children have more friends?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's true. I knew that. Did you guys know that winter babies are better at music?
Everyone knows that.
Oh, yeah?
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
obvious.
Oh, hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Huh, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I knew that.
I'm pretty sure you didn't.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
How to be a great dad in 15 seconds. Bike ride, go fish, walk in the park, phone call, milkshake, play catch, picnic, fly a kite, tell jokes, laugh, talk, read a story, tell a story, bumper car, swing set, bowling, pillow fight, cut loose, stay tight. Whew. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Wanting to take your fantasy football lineup to the next level? For beginners and the advanced players, listen to Fantasy Football Classroom every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. JD, Jeff Dominic.
Odell Beckham, where has he been? He was highly regarded as one of the top, I'm going to say top 5 wide receivers picked in the majority of fantasy football leagues. And he has been, I'd much rather have Victor Cruz right now than him. Here's the other thing about Sammy Coates is that he's a good player to stash. This is coming from Mark Leong, our third member. Like I said, he'll be back here hopefully next week. He now has five games of 40 or more yards. Mm-hmm. So there's somebody there.
Professor Stephen Farias. Dak Prescott, he's got a good running game. He might have Dez back this week. He might not, but he's still going to go underneath. He's got Cole Beasley, Jason Witten, likes to throw that underneath pass. He's going to get you a ton of completions.
Listen to Fantasy Football Classroom every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Pacific Tiger Radio 91.9 FM.
Sports Talk coming to you live from the 209 Sports YouTube channel as well as on the Tiger Radio Network. That be on 91.9 FM. Hello, everyone. I am JD Jeff Dominic. Mr. DJ JOD, Mark Leong, will be joining me. Finally, I can talk. The girls have left. I can go ahead and talk. Mark is right next to in my left. And we have another little bit of a guest, and that being Andrew Morgan. I was going to say that, and I was like, wait, is that right? So his mic is live. Thank you all for tuning in. He will gladly... Oh, is he live? Yeah. Apparently, I didn't know. I can't see with my computer being in the way. But anyways, thank you all for joining us today. And let's see here. So, Mr. DJ JOD, I think we're ready. Are we talking a little wrestling? Let's talk a little wrestling. Well, WWE.
Oh, my headphones, right?
No, actually, your headphones are to your left.
Sorry, I don't need headphones.
Yeah, because we can't hear each other. That's all right.
It's gonna make me sound so deaf.
It's a muffling sound. It's all right.
I can hear you loud and clear.
That's all right. Right on. So, anyways, how are we doing this? Are we doing 10 frames, or how are we doing this?
We could do 10 frames.
Are we going to do 10 frames? Perfect, because I'm sure Andrew needs to learn how to go ahead and play a little additional sound effects here and there. We'll go ahead and turn that one volume up a little high so that way we can hear everything. And
so we're going to do this bad radio?
Bad radio?
Andrew, I'm going to tell you what to do. All right. Click on that.
Click on that stuff right there.
There you go. And click on 29 Sports sound effects. Boom.
It's a learning environment. Come on, Mark.
So you got different sound effects. So if you want, you could try it out.
Just try anyone?
Yeah.
Pick one. Anyone. Woo-hoo! Yeah.
You can hear that. Yeah. Oh, let me put my headphones.
I can't really hear anything. It's really low.
It is really low, but that's.
You can't hear the.
Barely. It seems like it's going out just fine out there on the wave, so it works out for me. So, anyways, 10 frames with JD. That went out. Okay. Shall I backtrack a little bit? So if you're not familiar with 10 frames with JD, this is how it works. As much as I haven't talked tonight, it means I get to shut up some more. Mark will take over. He's going to ask me 10 questions, probably regarding about the WWE No Mercy event that we all got a chance to see, and that we got a chance to see. Not everybody, because I don't know if everybody did or not. But he's going to go ahead and take over. He'll ask the 10 questions. He'll give me a score at the end, and at some point we will act like we keep score, which we really don't. So that's how it kind of works. 10 frames because, of course, the love that I had for bowling and
nice.
Fit, so,
Sorry, gotcha.
Yeah. So that's how it kind of became 10 frames with JD, and Mark is still kind of working on trying to get all the. I have a really bad
bad back.
It's muffled. Yeah, I got a bad back too, but not as bad as some people that we know around. That we talked about the fat man, and that being Mr. David Heppley, which all of us know, which makes it even better. But
he's really a fat man.
No, I know. That was his boss.
I worked at the bowling alley.
I forget. No, I remember you talking about bowling. I just didn't know which.
That's how it kind of all worked out. So yeah, no, he used to be a former employee over at the.
Did you hit him up? It's like, hey.
No, I didn't. I didn't, but
you should.
Well, hopefully he's listening to the 209 Sports YouTube channel, and that way he can see Andrew's face right there, as there's a camera directly on him.
On my shoulder. My arm's on the way.
No, your arm's in my way, but it's in both ways. That's awesome. So, anyways, Mark, go ahead and show him what to hit, so that way we can start 10 frames with JD before a little bit more excitement. So I think that if you put the triple threat for the WWE Championship out there, it makes people want to watch, and I think that's why was now the first match instead of the last match, which I think is the reason why people have tuned out. That's my answer.
No. I give you a 3.
That's fine.
That's a whack answer. What's wrong with you? Watered down.
Really? That's a bad answer? What's wrong with me? A lot's wrong with me.
Watered down,
you've known me for a couple of years. You're telling me this now.
A drought. You use watered down.
It is watered down.
Yeah. We're in a drought. California is a water drought. God, what's wrong with you? Okay, number 2. What match did you like the most? The hashtag match of the night.
I like the triple threat match. I like the Dolph Ziggler match more. I think for a change, we saw them put it all out on the line, and it was a good product. Overall, I think SmackDown is putting on a good product right now, and I think that the Dolph Ziggler match versus The Miz for the WWE Intercontinental title, when it talks about if Dolph lost, that's his career, he's done. We talked about it last week. This week really shows that they care about Dolph being a part of the championship run, regardless of the championship itself, and he's a fit for being a champion right now. So that was my favorite match.
Okay, I give you an 8. You think that should have been the main event?
Yes. So, okay, before you go to question number 3, what I felt, honestly, is no one really seemed to be too excited about the Alexa Bliss match. That should have been a kickoff match during that hour. I think a lot of people got more excited about the 8-man tag match than anything else. And I think that if they would have flip-flopped them, we may have had a better WWE pay-per-view product from 5 to 8 than we did in the than we really saw. And I think a lot of people got tired of the Alexa Bliss match. That's just my opinion.
Well, for that, they had to make a switch at the end because of Becky Lynch not being able to wrestle.
That's what I'm saying, is if they would have put that at the beginning, though, we may not have been saying, okay, the Randy Orton-Bray Wyatt match was kind of a dud because we had something else to go off of. It was a build-up to a bad end. You know, it was just like, if they would have put the Hype Bros and American Alpha taking on the Vaudevillains and gosh dang it, the other team, I can't think of it all of a sudden, the Ascension. I think that would have been a better match to have right before the main event. Compared to the Alexa Bliss match. No one got into the Alexa Bliss match. It was fun. Don't get me wrong. It was
Naomi
good. It was an okay match. It just wasn't that good. Anyways, I'm sorry. We kind of went off base.
Always do.
I know, nothing new.
Hit the bowling effect. You got a 1.
On what? We didn't ask that question.
On that.
Perfect. I got an extra pin.
Yep. Yep. Okay, number 3. What was your overall grade on the show?
I gave it a B+. I think there were a lot of good matches. I liked the 8-man tag match. I loved the Dolph Ziggler match. I liked the triple threat. The Bray Wyatt match versus Randy Orton was okay.
The storyline build-up was good, but the actual match itself,
and that's what we're basing it on is the matches and what we graded on it. And so by the time I
tag team match,
the tag team match of the with the Usos, and I liked it. I thought it was a good match. So I enjoyed that one thoroughly too. So overall, I gave it a B+. And there was a championship that was changed hands, you know, which is good. And a lot of people are always for Dolph Ziggler, so it worked out. And I think a lot of the fan favorites won. I do, however, like that the Usos are a heel. That's just absolutely needed to be. It's fun to watch them.
Hit it.
Click it.
I give you an 8. Good job with the B. I agree with that.
I get a B+, but that's...
Oh, okay, a B+.
So, is it still an 8?
You got an 8.5. Nah, too late. Number 4. Okay, your coach, Jason Garrett for the Dallas Cowboys.
I watch football.
Now you get.
Okay, I got you.
Now you can get involved. Okay.
All right, cool.
We know Tony Romo. They're saying Tony Romo will start against the Eagles. Who would you go? Would you still keep it with Dak Prescott or Tony Romo? We go with Andrew first.
Okay.
In my opinion, I think that Tony Romo is... It's almost towards the end of his career. He's getting old, man. He's getting injured almost every single season. I think that if they do put him in, he's on a very short leash. I think Dak Prescott, from what I've seen and like his stat line is shown pretty well. But right now, the strength of the Dallas Cowboys is definitely that run game. Their run game is ridiculous, and to have a rookie and Ezekiel Elliott go out there and leading the league in rushing, I think that shows that it doesn't really matter who their quarterback is.
I'm going to go a little bit different. I'm going to say that Dak Prescott has proven that he deserves to be the starter in this league. And the Cowboys unless they start hitting a losing streak, leave it alone. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, or don't try and, change it. So,
try it again?
If it ain't broke, whatever. You know what I mean. But anyways, it's working. The thing is it's working. Leave it alone. Andrew nailed it. You got a rookie running back that's doing a great job. You got a rookie quarterback that's doing a great job. Hasn't thrown an interception. What's the problem? Tony Romo doesn't give him a year off at least, or at least be your backup. Because if Dak needs a little bit of coaching advice, that maybe Jason Garrett, which I don't know how it could be because Jason Garrett being a former quarterback himself, but maybe Tony Romo can teach him some things in the newer era that maybe Jason Garrett can't teach him, maybe to extend Dak Prescott's career, because as it was mentioned just now, Romo's has to be on a short leash. But at the same time, I wouldn't even entertain the idea of having someone else come in and be your starting quarterback, regardless of how much Tony Romo has meant to that team over the last 5 years. I think Dak Prescott has done a great job there and needs to stay as your starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Hit it!
Andrew gets a strike.
Really?
And you get a 9.
Because you hate me.
Because you messed up that line.
Oh.
How you gonna mess up the line? Okay, so that was a quarterback problem. We have another quarterback problem.
Okay, no.
You're Chip Kelly for the
man.
49ers. Who starts for the Buffalo Bills? Even though they say Kaepernick will be starting for the Bills.
You mean against the Buffalo Bills?
Huh?
You mean against the Buffalo Bills?
Yeah. Well,
you said 4.
Against the Buffalo Bills. Who starts? Who would you think should start? Kaepernick, Gabbert, or Christian Ponder? Ponder on
the situation.
Who's starting now? You want me to start or you want him to start?
Let's go with Andrew.
All right, so I
likes you more.
Yeah, I am a 49ers fan, so I keep up to date with this quarterback situation they got going on. They did just announce today that they were going to be starting Colin Kaepernick versus the Bills. I think this is the smartest decision because playing Gabbert is absolutely terrible. Right now, the Niners have the 32nd ranked passing attack out of 32 teams. So what Kaepernick brings to the table is he brings an extra rushing threat, which kind of alleviates some pressure off of Carlos Hyde, maybe open up that run game. I know Kaepernick had a pretty bad half of a year last year, and that's why they took him out and put Gabbert in. But as of right now, the 49ers literally have nothing to lose unless they're intentionally trying to tank and get a really high draft pick. I think they should go with Kaepernick. I think he gives them the best chance to win.
I think that Kaepernick, they have to do something. I mean, regardless if we think that Kaepernick's the right fit at this point, you're dead on that Gabbert isn't the right fit in this system. We don't know what Kaepernick's going to truly do in this system, so it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. You got nothing to lose except another game, which, okay, if they're trying to tank, that's pretty much they're on point right there. But also, I think that Kaepernick is going to be a better fit in the program. The only problem is that he still doesn't stretch the field as far as vertically. He's still not a good throwing quarterback. What Gabbert did good, he was able to do the dinks and dunks and the relief valves, i.e. the Vance McDonald's, the Jeremy Curleys. So people like that are actually going to hurt you if you have a fantasy football league, which you can hear on Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. right here on 91.9. See, I'm learning. I'm a well-educated man, but anyways, I think that the problem I have with Kaepernick, if you're going to try, his arm is going to be the problem. He has a strong arm. You have Torrey Smith that can get deep. The problem is that over 25 yards, Kaepernick only averages 18% over 25 yards in his accuracy. That's all bad. That's not an NFL quarterback.
Oh, definitely.
But if you ask for a different dynamic and what Chip Kelly brings, I think it's going to be at least a good fit. My whole thought process is that at least it's trying to show that you're trying to at least win a game. Kaepernick's going to try and bring that in this kind of system. Punch it.
I gave you the same number that they're going to end up after losing to the Bills. 5.
Why?
5. Hey, you want 2?
No, I want to know why. I didn't ask for a lower number. I asked why.
It's the Niners. No one cares.
You held it.
No one cares. It's my game. I make the rules.
Your game stinks.
Okay, another quarterback problem.
Oh, man.
Now is the Cleveland Browns.
Oh.
What is going with the Cleveland Browns, especially with the QB situation? They're in the 5th quarterback. They're using Terrell Pryor as the quarterback now. JD?
What's the question? What's going on with the Browns?
Yeah, with the QB situation.
Well, it seems like Kessler's going to be your starting quarterback. He's came off the injury list. He's listed as probable. You know what? I feel bad for the Cleveland Browns. New coach Hugh Jackson. Correct myself. I'm okay. I'm still safe. But Hugh Jackson is, and the thing that sucks is he's a good coach. He was a good coach when he was with the Oakland Raiders. He was a good offensive coordinator when he was with the Cincinnati Bengals. He's a good coach now. Don't look at the coaching staff as the issue. Unfortunately, you just have to rebuild a team. And the Cleveland Browns, which are going to be my surprise this week, I'm going to tell you that one later on tonight. So we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But when we do the NFL pick'ems,
who did they play?
They play the Titans. So, anyways, oh, both you. Okay, I'm done.
Surprise pick. Okay.
But anyways, They beat Miami. So, anyways, but I still think that Cleveland's just got a lot of issues. I mean, it's not anywhere from the quarterback. It starts from the quarter. You name a player right now, and unfortunately, that's kind of the issue. I mean, Joe Hayden's good. You got a couple of offensive linemen, but really, there's not enough talent there. Terrell Pryor's having a good year, but that doesn't mean anything. And then, of course, Josh Gordon being suspended, no longer with the team. It's just a lot of issues right now, and unfortunately, I don't see an end in sight at this point.
Yeah, I have to agree with pretty much everything that Jeff said over there because the Cleveland Browns.
You just got a gutter.
never want to agree with.
Oh, my bad. No, but the Cleveland Browns, it almost seems like just nothing can ever go their way. Like I think, like we stated earlier, they're on their 5th quarterback already throughout the season, and it gets to the point where sometimes they have to pull Terrell Pryor, who was converted to wide receiver, back to the quarterback position. And if he wasn't cut out for the quarterback position on another team, it should tell you how desperate they are for their QB situation. But it definitely doesn't start with a quarterback. Like, they're not a quarterback away from being playoff contenders. It starts with they need more. They need a better defense. They need a better offensive line. I can't even name their starting running back. But the Cleveland Browns are, I think they're 0-5 right now, right? 0-5?
Yeah, they're the only team without a win right now.
Yikes. Okay, so they're the anti-Minnesota Vikings, but it definitely, they need to start building a defense first. I think if I were them, I would look for building a defense because that'll at least keep them in games, and then once they can do that, maybe they figure out their quarterback situation, but that's all I can think of.
Okay.
So, but also, before you hit the button, but also think of this. Who were they supposed to be drafting? If they would have kept the draft picks the same, who were they going to be drafting this year? Would have been Carson Wentz. Ouch. That's unfortunate. So, anyways.
They thought they had it with RG3, and look what happened.
That shows as a little bit of a failure, so that's unfortunate. But anyways, go ahead and hit the button.
I give you 5 again.
Why?
It took forever with your answer.
Oh, whatever.
And then Andrew, he almost hit a gutter, but the ball stayed in lane just to hit 1 pin.
All right. Getting some low ball here.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're doing good low ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Still stick with the Cleveland Browns. Which comes first? The Cleveland Browns finding the quarterback for the future for the rest of the season, or you see Jared Goff starting for the Rams? Let's go, JD. Let's look at you.
Cleveland Browns. I'll stay with the Cleveland Browns. They'll find their own quarterback. I think that they're still not ready with... Obviously, the Rams feel that they may have made a mistake with the Jared Goff thing. And I don't know why. Obviously, I thought he was doing good in preseason. I thought he was looking at least a little bit stable. But I also think that for the Rams side, they don't have enough talent. And I think they don't want to put Jared Goff in a situation where there won't be anybody to help him out. So I think right now, they'll stick with Kessler over there in Cleveland, and that's going to be your main quarterback for the rest of the season.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Rams definitely kind of regret drafting Jared Goff, but it remains to be seen whether or not they're sitting him intentionally so that he can learn, or rather that he's just not performing in practice. But I think the Browns are definitely probably figure out their quarterback situation before Jared Goff starts, only because I think that they might be sitting him intentionally, but also the offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams now does not really know what he's doing. Any game you watch for the LA Rams, like they're running like plays that you see in college that don't really work in the NFL. Like they're running reverse sweeps, they're running screen passes with linemen that can't get to the second level. So as far as the Rams goes, I think they're making the smart decision by sitting Jared Goff because they don't want to give him like PTSD from being on the field.
Exactly.
You said the Rams have no talent. They have Todd Gurley. That's all they need.
No.
That's all they need. Well, I mean, they got Austin.
If we can disagree, Tavon Austin is not a good player. I'm sorry.
Well, you don't have
a contract extension. I don't care. He's not a good player. He's a good player enough to play on the NFL, but he is not worth what they're paying him right now. Tavon Austin at least needs a little bit more help, and he's not a big wide receiver. Mm-hmm. He's not anybody. He's a very fast wide receiver, but he's a Cordell Patterson.
Who would they have? So who do you think the Rams should have drafted them?
No, I think they're on the right path. Your question was with them about sitting Jared Goff. I think that's a great idea. They need to get more talent. It doesn't matter if they drafted somebody. They wouldn't have been able to draft anybody right now that would have been enough for Jared Goff to be a starter.
No, I'm saying if it wasn't Jared Goff, who would they have drafted? You said you're thinking they might have made a mistake by drafting him.
Well, right now, I mean, you got Sharp, you got there's a wide receiver, Corey Coleman, who's hurt right now.
So you think they should draft a wide receiver?
I'm just saying they could have fallen back in the draft, gotten a couple more draft picks, played with the wide receiver position a little bit. There's a few others out there that right now would have been a lot better than what we got right now.
Okay, hit the. Yeah, it's a 5.
Both?
Yeah, both 5.
All right.
These split a 10. Split the tab. What number I am?
I don't know.
Number 8.
Okay.
What's your reaction with Darren Grimm verbally committed to Washington State?
I would have liked to have seen him go to Washington and become a Husky. Jake Browning, him, on the same team, if it could have happened, that would have been awesome. So I'm happy for Darren Grimm. I figured he'd be closer to the West Coast. I'm glad. I want to see what he can do over the next couple of this rest of the season. The season has been a little bit of a disappointment, which we'll talk about a little bit later on tonight regarding the San Joaquin Delta College Mustangs football season. But I think that Darren Grimm going to Washington State is a great thing for him. I think he'll learn a lot under Coach Leach. So.
You have anything to say about that?
No.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good on that.
He's not even going to agree with me. He wants the strike, okay?
Okay, he's not playing this, so he's good. Hit the strike.
Gotcha.
I give you an 8.
No better.
You're doing good. Number 9. This will be just for JD again. What do you see needs to happen for the Delta College women volleyball team to continue their success?
I think when we play the interviews tonight, you're going to hear a very regular term, and that's trust. I think once they're starting to learn the trust thing, we talked about this before. They only have 3 sophomores on that lineup, 2 of them that are starters right now, and that we see on a regular basis. But trust is going to be a big deal, and I think that once you get a little bit more used to that, it's going to be just fine. They play Wednesday against Diablo Valley. We're going to be there. I can't wait to see that match. But I think they're going to be I think they're going to be just fine, but trust is going to be the biggest thing. And we hear somebody say this a lot too. Coach Gibbons, right here at University of Pacific, the serve and pass. Coach Mordaunt said the same exact thing, serve and pass. I think there's, with the hand gestures, yeah, I know. Yeah, he's very talkative and he uses a lot of hand gestures. Coach Gibbons does. Oh, okay. If you ever watched him, it's pretty funny. But yeah, but Coach Mordaunt I think said the same exact thing. So you see that a lot with both teams. But I think for Delta, it's going to be a trust thing. The serve and pass is going to get better. I think we'll be okay watching them go against Diablo Valley. Clicker. Yeah.
Give it a strike.
The first one tonight. He comes through at the end, except for one more.
One more.
Yeah.
What sport events is the crew of the 2-9 Sports covering for the rest of the week?
Oh, geez. That's very simple. That is very simple. I just named off one. That's Delta against Diablo Valley. Then on Saturday, we'll be right here at the AG Spanos Arena, AG Spanos Center, as they get ready to take on. We get to see women's volleyball. I believe they're taking on St. Mary's. And then, no.
What time is that?
7 o'clock. You going to be there for that?
I don't know.
I think we talked about that already. Anyways, and then on Sunday, there's a soccer match, women's soccer, at Knowles Field. And then at Pacific Tiger Field Hockey, the turf, will be them taking on number 18 Stanford. So,
is Delta football home or?
Nope, Delta football is against Laney College away. So that's what we got this weekend.
What about you, Andrew? You got anything going on?
I have speech and debate practice from 10 to 2 p.m. on Saturday, but that's about it.
Life of a college student right there.
That's all good. That's all good. You got a strike. We'll finish this game with a strike for both of you.
Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and take a break.
And then go hit, this is a bad radio. Hit the same tab right there. Go to
intros and outros.
Yes. And then pick one of your outros.
Down the last 3. There you go, tuning us up. All right, so you're listening to you're listening to 209 Sports Talk right here on the Pacific Tiger Radio Network, 91.9 FM, and on the 209 Sports YouTube channel. JD, Jeff Dominic, DJ JOD, Marquette Leong, Andrew Morgan. We're going to go ahead and be right back. We're going to bring a couple of the other guys in here, that being Lucas Halstead and Jordan Gonzalez. We'll be right back.
I heard
heard on the news about that 5-year-old who found his uncle's gun. The kid didn't know it was loaded.
I heard on the news about that 14-year-old girl who was bullied online. For like a year, she couldn't take it anymore, so she got her dad's gun from his nightstand.
I heard on the news about that guy who broke into someone's house, stole a gun from the hall closet.
He accidentally shot his cousin in the head.
She killed herself.
And later, killed the owner of the store he was trying to rob.
If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the...
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In biology, I learned that I'm fat. I'm stupid. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. The only thing I didn't learn in school today is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a
You
left.
are not going to
Then
believe
what you're
this.
going to do is turn
Marcy
onto Marcy
and Brad
Avenue
just broke up,
and go past
and
the
apparently
first 3
she's
lights,
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
Then
think
drive
she's
5 more
happy,
blocks,
but
and you should be
who am
there.
I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Do you have troubled skin, acne? With Proactive, you can heal your acne and help prevent new breakouts. Right now, in this radio area, we're looking for just 50 people with moderate acne to demonstrate exactly how fast Proactive works. The first 50 callers who qualify can try Proactive risk-free for 60 days.
Call 800-388-7152, 800-388-7152, 800-388-7152.
I heard on the news about that 5-year-old who found his uncle's gun. The kid didn't know it was loaded.
I heard on the news about that 14-year-old girl who was bullied online. For like a year, she couldn't take it anymore, so she got her dad's gun from his nightstand.
I heard on the news about that guy who broke into someone's house, stole a gun from the hall closet.
He accidentally shot his cousin in the head.
She killed herself.
And later, killed the owner of the store he was trying to rob.
If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad.
Wanting to take your fantasy football lineup to the next level? For beginners and the advanced players, listen to Fantasy Football Classroom every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. JD, Jeff Dominic.
Odell Beckham, where has he been? He was highly regarded as one of the top, I'm going to say top 5 wide receivers picked in the majority of fantasy football leagues. And he has been, I'd much rather have Victor Cruz right now than him. Here's the other thing about Sammy Coates is that he's a good player to stash. This is coming from Mark Leong, our third member. Like I said, he'll be back here hopefully next week. He now has five games of 40 or more yards. So there's somebody there.
Professor Stephen Farias. Dak Prescott, he's got a good running game. He might have Dez back this week. He might not, but he's still going to go underneath. He's got Cole Beasley, Jason Witten, likes to throw that underneath pass. He's going to get you a ton of completions.
Listen to Fantasy Football Classroom every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Pacific Tiger Radio 91.9 FM.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plato and his son Dylan to do the dishes. They talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad o'clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda, that's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. But every driver seeks the pinnacle of their achievements. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
You heard on the news about that 5-year-old who found his uncle's gun. The kid didn't know it was loaded.
All right, everyone, welcome back to 209 Sports Talk here on the Pacific Tiger Radio Network and on the 209 Sports YouTube channel. I am JD Jeff Dominic. Let's see, things have changed around in here in the booth. Let's go ahead and introduce everyone else here. To my left, who's running the board, doing his thing, trying to get some little extra work in, that is Mr. Jordan Gonzalez. And to my right, the man that has no fear with power, that is Mr. Lucas Halstead. Both of these guys play for the University of Pacific men's baseball team. They have been my co-hosts for the last, about a month or so? Yeah, about a month. So they are in the process, just like the ladies are here at the first hour of the show. Loyal listener Kyle has chimed in. Thank you for listening. But anyways, just like the ladies, these two guys have absolutely earned the right to go ahead and start getting ready to do their own show. The good news is one, and I'll say this again at the end when you guys are taking off, but you guys will always be welcome here. I don't want everyone to think that if you guys aren't available, or if you guys are available, I know that baseball is a little bit of ways away, closer to February, but you guys are more than welcome to be here at any point in time. I always want you guys here, and it sucks that I would even say that you guys are ready to go, because I don't want you guys to go, but at the same time, I know that in order for you guys to really enjoy the experience, I want you guys to go. Definitely. So, I enjoyed it. I'm ready for you guys to move on. But you guys are always welcome here. I want to make sure that that's always making sure that you're known on that part. So with that being said, at this point, I'm going to chime in with a few things, a couple topics. These guys will take over, but the main topic I want to talk about now is you guys. There's a release out on PacificTigers.com about a camp that's coming up. And I want you guys to go ahead and start it off and tell me first of all, tell me what it's all about. what does it involve, and who does it involve, and is there a cost? And if they need any more information, who to contact? I know Lucas is looking that up right now. So why don't you guys go ahead and take it away?
Let me make sure is mine even hooked up? My mic?
You're good.
Is it good?
Yeah,
okay, it's a little. This is a little static.
So it's going to be.
There's a free Little League clinic on October 22nd. It's boys and girls ages 6 to 9, from 9 o'clock to 10:30, and ages 10 to 13, 10:30 to 12.
There you go, so we can hear.
Okay. It's a great opportunity for a lot of Little Leaguers in the area to come out and work with. I mean, they work with me. I was there last year. I did probably 3 or 4 camps. It's a great opportunity for them to come out and have their parents come out and just kind of watch what we do. We have a lot of fun, play a lot of games. I remember last year I was throwing to these guys and I got hit like 4 or 5 times with these incredibles. These balls were just peppering me. But it was a great time. It was just a good time to have them come out there, get some work in, and have a lot of fun.
I think the best part of it all is that the kids, not only do they get better, but they get to work with D1 athletes. And I mean, I know working with the kids, it's a good experience for me because us to them, we're like professional baseball players to them in their eyes. So that's a good experience for us, definitely. But I mean, they get, to see what they need to learn, especially at getting up to the next level, especially the guys that are about to enter high school and what they need to look to, especially scouting-wise, and what tournaments or what they need to be doing in order to get recognized. I think it'd be a great opportunity for them, not just little leaguers either.
So, and I think you may have mentioned this, but when is it, how much is it, and who can they contact?
It's free, which is great. I know that there is some camps that do cost later in the season, towards the winter months, but it's free. It's October 22nd, and ages 6 to 9, that's 9 to 10:30. And if you are 10 to 13, that's 10 o'clock. That's 10:30 to 12. Okay. You get in contact with Joe Slater. It's on Pacific's website. It has his number. It has his email. It has all the information that you need to do to sign up. But it's usually a pretty good crowd, and I don't think there's a limit or anything. I remember last year we had, I think 150 kids out there.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a great time. I met a lot of kids that day. A lot of kids cycling through those. We set it up for clinics. We have rotations, and it's a few hours of fun. It's a good time.
Also, free lunch, and if they want to stick around, we play usually an inter-squad that night. So you get to watch good baseball when you're done, too, for free.
Absolutely.
Nice. And so that's October 22nd. Can anyone actually show up and at least watch the inter-squad? Maybe they're not available. I'm kind of tooting my own horn here a little bit because I don't think I'd be able to watch the kids play. But at the same time, I'd probably like to see you guys kind of go at it here a little bit.
Oh yeah. Anyway, it's open to the public. Gates are always open.
For all inter-squads, we could have anyone there in the stands. We love seeing people in the stands, especially inter-squad. That just shows a lot of support from the fans from the area.
Right.
Stockton's great for baseball, and I think that'd just be great to see people in the stands, even in the fall.
Yeah, usually around Friday nights, we watch a Friday Night Lights game around 4, I want to say, probably. Mm-hmm. 4 or 5 under the lights, and then if you want to come up for Saturday, usually earlier, around 1, go there early, but you get to watch some good afternoon baseball.
Very nice. So what I'll ask one of you guys to do is email me I think, both you guys have my email, right? Yeah. So email me a copy of everything. We'll put it on blast on the 209 Sports Facebook page. That's 209 Sports. Just check it out. Also, it'll go on the 209 Sports Twitter page, which is 209 Sports _sports. We'll go ahead and get that all out for everybody, so that way they can take a look at everything and really enjoy what possibilities may happen. And then that way, if there's a question, you can ask it on the Facebook page. I'll get with one of these guys, and they'll be able to tell me any information that you need, so that way we can prepare for everybody, as well as, once again, enjoying some great baseball. So looking forward to it. And now so you know what, let's have a little fun with this. So what is you talk about some of the great experiences as far as this stuff goes. Have you ever played any kind of safe practical jokes on these kids, whether it be throwing a little closer to the plate or throwing a little closer to the player than you need to, or not a hard one? I don't think we would ever want to do that.
I think I've pulled a few on. There's always a few kids in there that
You're throwing Rick Vaughn?
Yes. There's always a few kids there that are just a little too riled up, a little bit too excited, and what we do then is we send them on little tasks, so to speak.
Okay.
Usually having to do with Joe Slater, one of our assistant coaches. I'll send kids to go ask Joe for just an object, like, hey, go get the left-handed fungos.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a left-handed fungo. A fungo swung either way, and we just send these kids out. Usually, I'm telling you, it's the bad kids. We just say, hey, go ask Joe for the left-handed fungos, and it's more of a prank on Joe.
The worst part of it all is 19-year-old guys on our team will fall for that one. Or get Slater for the right-handed curveballs, or go get the batter's box key. And they'll send him, and I know in past, the coaches will know what's going on, and they'll send the player to another coach and say, oh, no, he's got it. And the player, the whole practice, will spend the time until finally he goes, do you really think there's a left-handed curveball? Like,
just stressing them out.
It gets bad. It gets bad. There was guys in the past interrupted our coach, and he was talking to the scouts and our coach, and he's like, hey, coach, like, you have the left-handed curveballs, and our coach just kind of looked at him, and he's just like, yeah, I think Santani has them or something like that. And then the kid just ran down to there and asked him, and he was 20 years old. So it just goes to show anybody can get done.
You know, the naive side of things are always sometimes the best. I mean, I've been in the collision industry for 13 years, so I kind of know where you guys are going with it, because, you know, there's somebody that's a little green. You know, we'll tell them to go ahead and find a muffler bearing or something of that nature, the brake light fluid, or how about a radiator on a 79 Volkswagen? Well, Volkswagens at that time didn't have radiators, so yeah, I get it. I think that it's something to, one, especially young kids that are very they want to learn everything, but at the same time you're trying to get something done.
Yeah,
I think it gets a little frustrating, and you need 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes just to get whatever task you're needing to get done. And unfortunately, you have to throw one of those little pranks out there in order just to get something done. So I get it. I'm with you guys on that. So, but
the quiet kids are the best ones to do it, because they just listen and then they just do it.
Okay, so Pacific does a lot of cool things. There was and I think I'm gonna get the terminology exactly wrong. It's like a TLPS. The men's soccer team has done it. It's kind of for the underprivileged, or not underprivileged, but the handicapped kids are doing it. So there's things like that. Does the baseball team, have they announced anything that's coming up for them? And I also have another question regarding the baseball team here too that I want you guys to kind of interact with each other on, and that is talking about the new guys that are coming in now that fall's kind of getting really in process.
I want to say my freshman year we did something like how men's soccer does, but I mean it doesn't matter. All these camps are open to anybody, so I mean even the handicapped children are more than welcome to come out there too, and we can work with them just as well as the other kids as well. And also I think, did we do something for it last year?
We had a fundraiser. We had community night it raised money for something.
Yeah.
We weren't informed, but
I didn't mean to put you guys on the spot.
No, you're good.
I think it was more in the spring, anyways.
Yeah.
I know we raised money for something though. It was definitely something, or we did. I know in the past we would also shave our heads in honor of
the cancer awareness.
Yeah. Not my best look. That's all right.
So yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's all right. I understand. Now, as far as before we go to break here, why don't you guys talk about what's fall brought to you? So as you get closer to you get to learn a little bit about the teams. Why don't you guys go ahead and interact about that, considering that we have about a 5-minute span before our next break?
Well,
all right, Jordan. I think we improved in pitching. I do. I think we improved in defense and pitching, and I think our offense has got a little bit of a kick too, and I think it's going to be great for us.
The thing is, this is what you need to think of. Last year, every Friday night starter we saw Puckett, J.D. Busfield, Corbin Burns, Brandon Bailey, Santa Clara's Saturday guy, which is originally an actual Friday guy.
Second rounder.
All those guys were top 10 round draft picks, and all those guys threw 90 to 93 plus that. Corbin Burns was 90-95. The other guy from Santa Clara was 90-96 against BYU. The thing is that if we want to compete, another one, Rucker from BYU was only a sophomore throwing 95, sitting it. The thing is, I think if we want to compete, I know velocity isn't everything, but it's a huge part, and I think we have too many guys that don't throw, that can't reach that Friday night. We don't have enough guys, I feel, that don't meet or reach that Friday night criteria.
I feel like just looking after facing some arms today, I think something that hurt us was depth. We had plenty of guys that could go out and and do well. We have Vincent Robio, we had yourself, we had Will Lyden, we had a lot of guys, Shelby Lackey as of late, Ricky Reynoso. There was plenty of dudes that could come out and they could compete, and I do agree with you on velocity, but I also have to say, like, having a more consistent range of velocity and more consistency in the depth is when we were down, we didn't have any bullpen later in the game.
Yeah.
And then we'd lose that bullpen for the series.
But then you also like think of it as a hitting standpoint compared to a pitching standpoint. So as a hitting standpoint, you know, Danny, Gios in the past are like the Corbins, are like the JD Busfields that throw 90-94, but you guys are like the guys that hit 400-foot home runs. So you guys are the team that has that. We have 2 guys that can throw the ball, 3 guys that can throw the ball consistently over that. And that's what I talked to Danny about the other day, saying how he said it's tough because we bring in a lot of guys that are usually just, 87 to 90, and then we see Friday night guys like Puckett and all those guys, and it's
I do agree
you know
with
what I mean?
that, but what is good for us, in theory, is that a lot of these guys that we brought in, the trees, we like to call them, we have plenty of guys that are 6'6", 6'7".
True.
These guys are young.
Yeah.
And they got a lot left in the tank, and I feel like they could eventually work themselves up to that. Will they be right away? I don't think so. But I think enough depth-wise, a lot of things that hurt us last year was not having the bullpen late in the series.
without a doubt.
We had a good first 1-2 punch, but as the series went on and we used those 2 guys, or 3 guys, or whatever it was, we didn't have anything left. And now that we've added so much depth, we were about 500 in conference last year.
Yeah, and that was with a bad year.
And that was not a very depth-infused pitching staff and with a bad defense. We upgraded our defense. We got a great shortstop from JC, College of Marin, Matt Tarantino.
Yeah.
Huge upgrade at shortstop. No disrespect to Kevin Sandry. Kevin Sandry was young. He didn't have the range. He's going to be an outstanding second baseman if he ends up playing there or wherever he plays. But
our last 3 shortstop have averaged 20 errors a year.
Mm-hmm. It's nice to have a shortstop.
I agree. But another big thing, too, I think we need to do is we need to have a set, 1, 2, 3 weekend starter guys.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Whereas last year it was kind of fluctuating. With Vince went down, then we rolled out Reynoso, and then it was like we would be sketched out. Like it was never like we never knew. We always knew who was on the Fridays and Sundays, but we never knew Saturdays.
I feel like last year was such a big deal was the depth. It was we needed an answer, and a lot of guys we just needed to figure them out, like what they were for our team. And I think that this fall is going to be so huge in the development of what those guys are and how those guys can then help the team. Like right now, like we have a lot of guys that they're competing for the rotation, right?
Yeah.
And then we have a lot of guys that these guys are going to lock down the bullpen, and it's just got to weed those few out. And then at the end, I mean, me personally, the guys I face today, a lot more depth. Like last year when we faced, there were some guys on our team. I don't want to name any names. A lot of them aren't here anymore. That I would face, and I'd be like, okay, licking my chops. Now I don't have that. I don't have that nearly as much.
Yeah.
I have a lot more guys that can go out there and compete.
But the big thing too is I think with the bullpen, if you look in the postseason right now, you look at the Indians and you look at the Cubs, they have their set 7, 8, 9 inning guys. Whereas last year it seemed almost as if we were trying to we
were figuring that out.
We were still figuring it out so much, and it sucked because we'd have 2 weeks in a row with a guy that would do well, and then 2 weeks in a row where that same guy did bad, where it was never set. I mean, and I think if we can get that established early with having a solid, 7, 8, 9 guys to close it out, you have a solid weekend guys, and you have guys that are middle relief. Not guys that are, you're middle relief for these 2 weeks. Oh, and now we're going to put you in the 8th inning spot.
And
it needs to be set.
That had to do with just the inconsistency as a staff last year. I feel like now that, like you could speak personally on it because you started out, you weren't up to your capability, and then as the season went on, you got a lot better.
Yeah.
And you finished out really strong, and that's when you started to turn into the 8th inning guy, and Vince was the 9th inning guy, and we started winning games. And now if we can and having Vince healthy, Robio is huge.
Yeah.
If he can stay healthy, that's just a huge, just like good to have. Like having guys that are up and down injury wise. You were hurt for a week last year.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's inconsistency, and now I feel like if we can set that now.
Yeah.
And have that going in from day 1 to day 100, that's just...
We also have more realistic starters, too, I guess you can say.
Absolutely.
Our last year was mostly just... We had to make Vince a starter because we didn't have another starter.
Have any other
so we had to make a closer a starter, which is why he could only do 3 innings and then
he would drop his arm then eventually gave out to an extent because he just wasn't conditioned. I mean, he was conditioned to do that, but it's tough.
Yeah.
Tough adjustment.
So, great stuff. Let's go ahead and take a small break. So, Lucas is going to take us a break. I think we got to get ready on the instant players there. Go ahead and go to the instant players. All right. I know, bad radio, Mark. I got you. I'm with you. So, anyways.
Outro. Look at the outro.
Go ahead. The final 3.
Oh.
3 are your outros. But before you click that. Lucas will send us to break. If you're ready.
You're listening to 209 Sports with Jordan, Jeff, Mark, and Lucas. We'll get you back here in a few minutes.
Do you have troubled skin, acne? With Proactive, you can heal your acne and help prevent new breakouts. Right now, in this radio area, we're looking for just 50 people with moderate acne to demonstrate exactly how fast Proactive works. The first 50 callers who qualify can try Proactive risk-free for 60 days.
Call 800-388-7152, 800-388-7152, 800-388-7152.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a
You
left.
are not going to
Then what
believe
you're going
this.
to do is turn
Marcy
onto
and
Marcy
Brad just
Avenue.
broke up,
And go past
and
the
apparently
first 3
she's
lights,
happy
and
about
then take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
Drive
think
5
she's
more
happy,
blocks,
but
and you should be
who am
there.
I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
that's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. But every driver seeks the pinnacle of their achievements. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
I heard on the news about that 5-year-old who found his uncle's gun. The kid didn't know it was loaded.
I heard on the news about that 14-year-old girl who was bullied online. For like a year, she couldn't take it anymore, so she got her dad's gun from his nightstand.
I heard on the news about that guy who broke into someone's house, stole a gun from the hall closet.
He accidentally shot his cousin in the head.
She killed herself.
And later, killed the owner of the store he was trying to rob.
If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
Did you just look down at your phone? You did it again, didn't you? You know, you're flying down the road in a 3-ton hunk of steel, and a text takes your eyes off the road for an average of 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's long enough to travel the length of a football field and cause some serious damage. Turn it off. Trust me. Whatever it is, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Actually, Lucas can go ahead and bring us in while we're going ahead and and continuing everything, go ahead and intro us back and say hello, everyone. Goodness gracious, my tongue is getting tied, so I think it's best that you just go ahead and take over at this point.
Hello, everybody. You're listening to the Yeti and Gordon Show on 91.9 FM, part of the Pacific Tiger Sports on the University of Pacific campus. Welcome, and I hope everyone's having a good day.
So what that is their new promo for their new show that's coming up in a couple weeks. They're still stuck with me for at least another week, folks. So don't think that this is getting to where something's changing. But yeah, they are getting ready to move on, as I said. So they got about a week left. One more week, one more show. But I'm really excited for these guys. I can't wait till they move on. But one more person has entered the room, and that is Malik Haynes, University of Pacific men's basketball, the guard for the University of Pacific men's basketball. He has now joined us. Thank you all for joining us, and Malik, welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So let's go ahead and talk about the events coming up sporting-wise for the University of Pacific. We've got a few things coming up, and I know, Jordan, you're going to go ahead and get a few commercials moved over. Make sure you hit that green button there so that way it doesn't just automatically do it for some reason. So, University of Pacific women's volleyball starting on Saturday at 7 o'clock. Ashlyn Fleming was just named WCC Player of the Week.
Wow. She hit around 800 this week.
She was doing absolutely fantastic. 31 kills against ranked opponents. Number 5 BYU, or I'm sorry, number 5 San Diego, the Toreros, and then number 13 BYU. Unfortunately in a loss, but they're going to have their time for redemption. I think this is going to be, but that's not tonight, that's not this week, but it is coming up here soon. But they have finally a chance to come onto their own, finally a chance to come onto their own, back on their home turf. They're going to go ahead and take on another team this weekend. I'm going to get you the team here. Actually, it's right there in front of me, if I just look right. They're actually going to be taking on St. Mary's, Santa Clara on Thursday, or they take on St. Mary's the 15th, Santa Clara on Thursday, and then San Francisco that Saturday. Go ahead and check on PacificTigers.com for ticket information. They'll also give you a phone number for that. But guys, I want your thoughts now that they've lost 2 in a row to ranked opponents, and I think they played BYU or San Diego very well. They took them to 5 sets.
Yeah.
Yep. They did have a tough time going back on the road against BYU. What do these girls have to do to come up with a win against St. Mary's? Your thoughts?
I think right now St. Mary's is kind of going through the same thing too. If I'm correct, they've been struggling recently, and not just to ranked opponents like the Tigers have. They've been struggling to a lot of opponents in the WCC. WCC play is big, especially for these Tigers. They're 10-9 right now. I think they need to take whatever they did in the 5th set against USD, number 5 USD, and take that fire and energy they had and bring it in against St. Mary's. They need to bring it in against Santa Clara, and they need to bring it in against USF. I think these would be 3 opponents that they can handle. I think they're all very comparable to Portland, which the Tigers played very well against. They just need to come in. I know they've lost to Pepperdine, they've lost to BYU and USD in conference, and if they can crank out at least 3 wins here, that'll be good before this next time they wrap around and play those teams again. That'll be great for their record, great for their conference, and great for their seeding.
Yeah, the last few games we've seen too. I feel like our volleyball team's a huge momentum team. Every time they've won that first game, they've always gone on to. I don't even know what the numbers are right now, but I'm pretty sure they've won every game after each set. If every time they've won the first set, they've won the game. So I think our team's a huge momentum team, especially if you can get Fleming and Lexi Elman going together.
Absolutely.
That'd be a dominant duo right there. That's just like having Kimmy Whitson back in the court if we had it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've seen a little bit of a transition, a lot better hitting from the middles. Do we need to see that kind of transition be more of a stability for Pacific? And I'm not putting down Lexi in any way, shape, or form, but it looks like that the middles are doing the most effective damage at this point.
Yeah.
And because one thing I will never say is Lexi Elman is still the heart and soul of that team.
Yes.
And that's a given.
Yeah.
But is it time to kind of see the torch passing of where the middles, i.e. Ashlyn Fleming, Baptista, who is an outside hitter as well.
Skylar Wine.
She's started to slow down. Skylar Wine has actually struggled over the last couple of weeks. But your strongest play has been Lauren Klein, Janie Felcher, and of course Ashlyn Fleming, who talking to Coach Gibbons, he's been very high on Baptista and Fleming. I mean, he's even gone as far as to say All-American.
Oh, they're more. I mean, I definitely think Fleming and Baptista and Wine too are more athletic and better players. But I think it's the mental aspect of it that the Klein and Felcher have, and they don't let the other opponent, the ranking of it, get to them. I think that's why they perform better. But physically, I mean, Fleming and Baptista and Wine are, I think, a lot more physical advantage than Klein and Felcher.
I completely agree with Jordan there. I think what helps Felcher and Klein is that they've done it before. They're not freshmen. It's such an adjustment period being a freshman coming into D1 sports, especially on that stage. I can remember my freshman year going in against same kind of team, USD, top 25 in the country at that point, and it was surreal playing against those teams. You did not think that this was the sport you've been playing your entire life. It changed.
Yeah.
And, I know that Jordan has mentioned what Lexi said before about she doesn't matter. It does not matter to her who's on the other side of the court. It doesn't matter to anyone. She's just going to go out and play her game. And I feel like Baptista and
talk about confidence. Confidence is they just need more confidence and swagger to themselves. And I think
they're going to get that, without a doubt.
I think we're starting to see that from Ashlyn Fleming now. I think Baptista kind of got put into a little bit of a check and and the way I'm saying that is because I think that her hit percentage has gone down. I think she got kind of put into a little bit of like, oh crud, I don't know how to get out of this kind of struggle, which she's working through. I'm not saying that she's not, but I think
she's a grinder.
But I think that, and Malik, I'll get you involved in this. If something's working, do we want to go to that well a little bit more? Do we want to see the people like Ashlyn Fleming, those middles, and start to get more and more involved, or do we kind of keep on the same kind of pace like we see with making sure that Lexi gets her hits and make sure she gets her swings in to make sure that she still gets in her groove? What's your take on it? Should we kind of focus a little bit more on what's working, or should we kind of make sure that everybody's getting a piece of the pie?
I mean, you always want Lexi to get her hits because she's the heart and soul of the team. But confidence it goes a long way. And if Fleming's playing well for the past couple of games, you got to ride the hot hand. And that's in a lot of sports. You just gotta keep going with the flame. Like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Pretty much.
Absolutely. I mean, and so they're playing St. Mary's. St. Mary's coming off of having their own struggles. They're 8-10 on the season. I believe they just came off of a loss of their own, and they lost. Actually, they lost to San Diego.
Yeah.
So, and here's the thing. So, if we want to compare, let me see that piece of paper here real quick. We want to compare what's been said on paper. Pacific has put up a fight against San Diego. Mm-hmm. They won 5 sets.
Yeah.
In their home turf.
Right. Yeah.
In a 5-set situation. St. Mary's lost in 3 straight sets.
Mm-hmm. Blowout.
Should we? Yeah. So I mean, should we say that? Are we trying to say? Are we going to try and be Pacific Tiger homers here and say that Pacific Tiger should have no problem as well?
I feel
Or is it a 4-set match?
I think so. I mean, I think it shouldn't go up to 5. At all. I mean, if you can play one against the top-ranked teams in the country and go 5 sets, way deep in the end, and St. Mary's, it was pretty much a blowout. You should think of it like we're a top team in the country, also.
Yeah.
And
absolutely,
exactly.
And also, too, I mean, you got to think about it right now. Looking at the schedule, they have 3 games in a row at home, and I think they can, with St. Mary's and how they play against San Diego, I think these are 3 huge games that can get them back in the conference and help them dominate again and get back to that confidence level that they're at. And then they have Loyola, and they handled Loyola pretty well when we played them at home. And then, they get another shot at San Diego back at home, so we'll see what happens, in that game. That should be a big deciding factor.
Once they get them to 209, it'll be all right. It'll be just all right.
So, and of course, I think the BYU is going to be the big one. I think everyone's always really, really happy about BYU. I mean, I know basketball-wise, BYU is always the team, whether it be in Provost or here.
Right.
We get a lot of attention right here in Stockton. It is very nice. At the same time, it is kind of like, okay, well, the only reason why you're really putting us out there is because of them, and that ain't right. We've got something to prove this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think I'm speaking for pretty much any sport at this point. I mean, that's associated with the WCC. But and Coach Gibbons always talks about how much of a grind this is, and how intense this kind of rivalry can really make it. So I'm looking forward to it. It's at 7:00, so that's something we haven't been used to as well. Is at 7:00 they're going to be playing on a Saturday. They've been playing at noon on Saturdays, so I'm really excited about it. I think I don't want to out you guys, but at the same time, who's going to be there? Who has the opportunity to be there?
Saturday?
Saturday at 7. You have no. You don't have the camp. That's next weekend. So
Next weekend. We
have scrimmaging, and then
we're not sure what time.
Oh, okay.
We'll figure that out.
I think I'll be there.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna try and be there because hopefully our scrimmage gets over early. But we have a scrimmage, and then it's also alumni weekend. We do an alumni game for the baseball guys.
Oh yeah, that's right, alumni weekend. So I'm not outing these guys because the reason why I said I know these guys got their own schedules and they have to be very careful in making sure that they handle themselves in their sports. So we got to be very careful. But they do know that everyone's going to be there that can represent is going to be there. Malik's going to be able to be there. So I think I'm expecting to hear some loud noises coming. From both sides. I'm pretty excited about it for Pacific. I think a four set victory would be about fitting, especially when it comes to talking about the WCC.
Absolutely. Yeah. They just need to go in and handle business. And the leaders will they'll do what they need to do. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and take a small break. When we come back, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the other couple matches coming up at home, that being the outside sports. So let's go ahead and hit in the instant players. Jordan is going to send us to break, and we'll take it from there. Jordan, take it away.
You are listening to the Yeti and Gordon Show on 91.9 FM, part of Pacific Tigers Sports on University of Pacific Campus.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Confessions of a Potentially Perfect Parent, brought to you by AdoptUsKids.org.
I know more about cooking dinner for a party of 12 than about packing a lunch for a 12-year-old. I know kids like things like fish sticks. Fillets, I get, but sticks? Maybe we can just compromise on mac and cheese. Can you make that with Brie?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you. Call 1-888-200-4005 or visit AdoptUsKids.org for more information. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Adopt Us Kids and the Ad Council.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In biology, I learned that I'm fat. I'm stupid. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. The only thing I didn't learn in school today is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
I heard on the news about that 5-year-old who found his uncle's gun. The kid didn't know it was loaded.
I heard on the news about that 14-year-old girl who was bullied online. For like a year, she couldn't take it anymore, so she got her dad's gun from his nightstand.
I heard on the news about that guy who broke into someone's house, stole a gun from the hall closet.
He accidentally shot his cousin in the head.
She killed herself.
And later, killed the owner of the store he was trying to rob.
If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the...
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In biology, I learned that I'm fat. I'm stupid. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. The only thing I didn't learn in school today is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a
You
left.
are not going to
then
believe
what you're
this.
going to do is turn
Marcy
onto
and
Marcy
Brad
Avenue.
just broke up,
and go past
and
the
apparently
first 3
she's
lights,
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
Then
think
drive
she's
5 more
happy,
blocks,
but
and you should be
who am
there.
I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right. That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to the Yeti and the Gordon Show on the 91.9 FM, part of Pacific Tiger Sports on the University of Pacific Campus Radio.
All right, guys, welcome back. Thank you all for tuning in today. Once again, I am JD Jeff Dominic, and this is the Yeti and Gordo, and of course the Yeti's to my right, Gordo's to my left, and of course Malik Haynes has joined us as well. These guys are starting their transition of moving away from me, but once again, as I said, they're just kind of starting to get ready to do their own thing. So, Gordo, go ahead and get us set up for make sure you take it off automated before you go too crazy. Get us set up before we go to the next break. You guys have a few more minutes, and we wanted to touch bases a little bit left on the, there we go. Now I can hear myself because I just had to take one of the earphones off here. A couple other events coming up on Sunday. Women's field hockey, that's at 2 o'clock on Sunday. And then, of course, women's soccer, that's coming up on Sunday as well. That's at that one's going to be at 1 o'clock. The field hockey's at 2. Women's field hockey both teams coming off of a loss. Women's soccer recently came off their loss, and as they were away, I believe it was against USF, and they came off their loss, which, be patient, as we said, Tiger fans, be very, very patient with this team. They're doing a lot of great things right now, but they have a lot of work in progress right now that we have to be very careful with. As far as the field hockey teams, they're looking for a little bit of redemption. They're taking on a number 18th nationally ranked Stanford team, and they're going to look for, after their loss 0-3 in Stanford, that was in Palo Alto, they're going to be looking to take them on and at 2 o'clock. Now, they do have another game. That's on Friday at 2 o'clock, but that's in Davis. So they're going to get a little bit of, hopefully, a smack in the mouth. That being, they're going to take on, when they take on Davis, I hope they're going to smack Davis in the mouth, I should say. And as they get ready for a tough matchup, Stanford, that'll be at Pacific Field Hockey Turf. That's at 2 o'clock. Which way do you guys want to start with first? We want to talk a little soccer, or we want to talk a little field hockey?
Who wants to talk soccer?
I'll leave it up to you guys. It's your show.
I think I'm going to have to go with...
You're going to soccer? Are you
going
really?
to soccer.
Oh, look at you go. Okay, well, I'm going to follow you.
Okay.
So they're going to be taking on a good team coming up. That game's going to be at 1 o'clock. They'll be taking on Loyola Marymount. We talk about another WCC matchup.
No, I know Loyola is ranked 25th. I'm pretty sure is what I was told by Sun Soccer. They're ranked 25th. I think there's a good chance. I mean, if they can if they can go to Loyola, Loyola comes to us. If they can take the win from Loyola, I think it gives them the right direction. Because I mean, knowing a team of 25th in the nation like that, and I mean, if you can take a win from a top-ranked team like that, that's just like Malik was saying earlier, more confidence to your team you need. And right now, with them being at where they need the most confidence in the world they can get, because they need to turn themselves around and hopefully get a chance back at the WCC.
Absolutely. With the win at Loyola Marymount, that's going to put them at 500 in conference.
Right.
Right now they're 1-2. That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not good, but it's not bad. If they win here, they're 2-2, and there's only way to go from there is up. If they can win a few more games and get themselves somehow into a. Honestly, if you want to take the season in retrospect, they need to win a few more games for them to honestly build.
Yeah.
But they could actually do some damage here late.
Yeah.
With a few wins in conference, you never know. They can get in the tournament.
I mean, look at how they play. They got Portland after that and Gonzaga, and those are the teams that usually run the conference.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if they can beat the top-ranked, if they can beat the top-ranked teams like that, I mean, they could possibly still win it. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully, not even only if they can't beat them, at least play very well against them, and not get blown out 3-0, 4-0, 4-1.
Yeah, exactly.
They can keep it like 1-0. 2-1 or something like that, or even come out with a W, or even a tie.
Yeah,
would be great.
Yeah, because I mean, they need anything they can. I mean, hopefully the girls aren't down right now, because I know they just come out of a tough loss against San Francisco, but that's rough.
But you did just mention something. I mean, they are staying in games. I mean, there's a lot of defensive hiccups that are happening right now, and that's going to come once again. Give it time. Don't don't judge this team about this year. I've really said this, and I've said this the last this year a lot. Give it about another 2 after this season. Give it another 2 years. Let's talk after a couple of years once we get a full recruiting class in by Coach Group. Let's see what her developmental team that she's building. Let's see what she's got to offer. And this team stayed in a lot of games, a lot of matches. 1-1 against Sacramento, against Sac State in a double overtime. They lost one. I mean, these are losses now. UC Davis 1-2, UC Santa Barbara 2-3. But I think we kind of saw a different team in Santa Barbara. I think against Santa Barbara, I think we saw a team that was going to be a lot better. They did win a game. That was against St. Mary's, which your girlfriend got over, right?
Yeah, she's over it.
We're good. Okay, cool.
Yeah. We moved on.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. No,
I'm sorry.
I gave her some crap for it too.
Good deal. And then they lost 1-0 against San Francisco. Now they are playing against a team that's 8-3-3.
Yeah.
We talked about the defensive hiccups that are happening right now. That's obvious. What do you think else needs to happen that needs to be a huge transition in order for them to be competitive or come out with even, I'm going to say it, even possibly with a win?
I think they need to be in attack mode.
Yeah.
You know, get a lot of shots on the goal. Just shoot, kick it. You know, try to get a lot of shots on the target. Hopefully, a couple can go in, but they can't be in
so hesitant
mode.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I always, whenever I'm at a soccer game, I always see after the first 15 minutes, I see
it's like we're always in defense.
8 shots on goal for them and like 2 on up for us. And I'm just like, you can't score without shooting.
I mean, the game we went to when they had Fogle and Eliza in the game, I mean, they had a lot more. Yeah, exactly. And it does hurt that they don't have Alex in there because Alex was definitely a girl that didn't care. She was taking shots from midfield if she had to.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, Fogle, Taylor Ayers, and Eliza, they're attackers, like he was just saying. So I think if they can get them in there and make someone well and attacking the goal, I mean, anytime an offensive team is putting pressure on the defense, it's like one time they're gonna break.
It breaks, and that's what happens to us. I think as a team when you see the endurance go down as the Tigers go on, and the team just get beat down.
Yeah.
Get tired. When they're being attacked. Yeah, like they're getting attacked constantly. There's a bunch of shots on goal. Like Lena had that one game where she had 24 saves or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's incredible. Don't get me wrong, but there shouldn't be 21 saves. Attempts. There shouldn't be 21 shots on goal. And there's just so much pressure, and the pressure gets to you.
Yeah.
I feel like if they just flip that somehow, you'll see results right away.
Yep.
So we're not predicting a win, but we are predicting a competitive match, and that's what we want to see at this point. I think that's what we want to see. I think as fans, as alums that you guys are, being part of the Pacific Tiger alumni and still students, I should say. I think that's what you want to see at this point. And just let's see the competitive spirit that we saw over the last 4 out of the last 5 matches. Let's see that come back out. Our expectations may be a little high because we want wins, of course, but at the same time, we have to be a little understanding that, okay, we understand new coaching staff. We may feel that you want wins, but at the same time, we have to be very realistic on what they're trying to prove, and that's the competition, being very competitive, staying in matches and things like that.
Definitely.
But somebody that is very competitive, staying in a lot of matches already. Before we let you guys go, women's field hockey.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about this one? They just came off that loss against Stanford, a number 18th nationally ranked Stanford team. They're going to go ahead and take on UC Davis. UC Davis.
And Stanford again.
And then now they're going to be taking on Stanford. That's at the field hockey turf. That one's the home match against Stanford. We have to feel really positive about this one, especially hopefully they can get a little confidence boost after the UC Davis, right?
Exactly. There's nothing they should even feel bad about. I mean, they won 9 in a row before that.
And they were on the road.
And on the road. That's ridiculous.
That's unbelievable. That blows me away. They're going to be back on the home turf.
Let them take care.
They're 9-4 right now. I feel like once they take care of business with Davis, do what they need to do, now they're going to get Stanford on their home field. I feel like it's going to turn out all right.
Yeah.
I know Stanford's good, but our team is stout and they're strong. They're a very good team.
Let's name off some players.
Sav.
Who are you looking for? Yeah,
Sav Vern.
Perfect.
And Hannah.
She's been the leader for the last couple of years. She's got to be one.
Yep.
Ali Campos is another one.
Hannah's I can't pronounce her last name, but Hannah Tvac, I guess.
Hannah Tvergiak.
Tvergiak, yep.
Okay.
That's another one.
Krike.
Leah Koper.
Yes.
That's exactly who I was thinking of. And when he says that is Marguerite Van Vick.
Mm-hmm.
She's been a phenomenal sophomore.
She's a stud.
Right.
Yeah.
She's a flat-out stud. She's got some unbelievable numbers right now.
Most goals on the team, I think.
As a sophomore,
15 right now.
I think she's close to like a record.
So she's been definitely a huge uplift because I remember last year Savannah Burns was like the person to talk about. Savannah Burns led points in almost every category. For a change, she's not the complete focal point on this whole situation.
She's still putting up some serious numbers.
Absolutely.
She got 12 goals and 7 assists, so that's still amazing.
Yeah, unbelievable numbers. How many points does
41.
41?
Yeah.
For Marguerite Van Vick. She's got 41
and Savannah
total
Burns
points.
has 31. Next on the team has 19.
Yeah. So the women from South Africa are doing it.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
we got to keep recruiting there.
Right. Well, you got 2 players right now that can help that out. Van Vick and Burns. I think they are doing a great job. So
and they're winning a bunch of games. You know, that's good for recruiting. That's good for everything. You know, they're winning games and they're putting it up against good teams. If they can keep doing what they've been doing in years past and just continue to rise to the occasion, I feel like they're going to be just fine.
Right.
This match against Stanford, real quick, your last thoughts before you take off for the night.
I got my money on the Tigers.
What do they have to do to win?
Momentum. Score first and hold them, and like we said, same with soccer. They can attack the goal, and limit the shots on theirs. I think they should be fine, especially with our home crowd. You know, they're confident right now. They know how good they are. You know, it's all about just attacking. It's all about just carrying the momentum and not letting it switch sides.
Absolutely.
So before I let you guys go, as we said at the beginning of the hour, I know this is one of your last 2 weeks with me. And then after that, you guys are going to start your own show. We're going to kind of get you settled on a date and time. That'll probably be more effective as of next week. That means the following week will be your day. I want to make sure that you guys are well aware. Once again, I will reiterate the fact that I don't want you guys to go. It's the fact of the matter is in order for you to get the best experience, I think it's time for you guys to go. So it's going to be a great moment for you guys. I'm excited for you guys, but you guys have my phone number, and I want to make sure that every time I get a chance, I want to make sure I plug you guys. So when we get the date and time, I'll make sure that that's the time that we're going to be listening for you guys, and I'll also don't be strangers on that. So
Gotcha.
you guys know where we're at. Especially next. Now, I can understand when it happens to be spring. You guys are going to be a little busy at that time.
Yep.
You guys got all fall and part of December or part of the winter months, so you guys better not be strangers at all.
No, yeah.
So,
All
all right, cool. Well, I appreciate that, and once again, I've appreciated you guys so far for the last month and a half. Looking forward for one more week with you, and I can't wait for you guys to move on into Pacific Tiger Sports. So, once again, appreciate it, and thank you. So, you guys have been a great. I've had a great time with you guys, so I hope the learning is still was there, and I hope that I'm one of the first people you call as soon as or text that hey, I need some help, or hey, he's not gonna be able to make it this week, can you help me out, things like that. So anyways, so I'm gonna put us to break, so that way, just because I've got to get it moving here, and Malik Haynes and I, we're gonna go ahead and talk a little more Pacific Tiger sports. Maybe we'll hit a few other sports around the area. So let's see here. What song do we want?
Katy Perry.
By request. So you listen to Pacific Tiger, or you listen to 209 Sports Talk here on the Pacific Tiger Radio Network, 91.9 FM, and on the 209 Sports YouTube channel. Take a small break.
Let's go, guys!
Hey, did you guys know that kids who play sports earn more money when they grow up?
Of course, I knew that.
Hey, did you guys know that kids who read books have a bigger vocabulary?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow, Jinx. Did you guys know that friendly children have more friends?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's true, I knew that. Did you guys know that winter babies are better at music?
Everyone knows that.
Oh yeah?
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
obvious.
Oh, hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I knew that.
I'm pretty sure you didn't.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plotto and his son Dylan to do the dishes. They talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad o'clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes two. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese!
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Want to take your fantasy football lineup to the next level? For beginners and the advanced players, listen to Fantasy Football Classroom every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. JD, Jeff Dominic.
Odell Beckham, I mean, where has he been? He was highly regarded as one of the top, I'm going to say top 5 wide receivers picked in the majority of fantasy football leagues. And he has been, I mean, heck, I mean, I'd much rather have Victor Cruz right now than him. Here's the other thing about Sammy Coates is that he's a good player to stash. This is coming from Mark Leong, our third member. Like I said, he'll be back here hopefully next week. He now has five games of 40 or more yards. So there's somebody there.
Professor Stephen Farias.
Dak Prescott, he's got a good running game. He might have Dez back this week. He might not, but he's still going to go underneath. He's got Cole Beasley, Jason Witten, likes to throw that underneath pass. He's going to get you a ton of completions.
Listen to Fantasy Football Classroom every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Pacific Tiger Radio 91.9 FM.
In 50 feet, turn left. Why are you driving so slowly?
After a few drinks, I'm taking it slow.
Well, you're not fooling the cop behind you.
What?
Get ready to pay in 0.1 miles.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of him having 15 career NASCAR victories? 1 in 1.7 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. Take 1.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the angry giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Want to take your fantasy football lineup to the next level? For beginners and the advanced players, listen to Fantasy Football Classroom every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. JD, Jeff Dominic.
Odell Beckham, I mean, where has he been? He was highly regarded as one of the top, I'm going to say top 5 wide receivers picked in the majority of fantasy football leagues. And he has been, I mean, heck, I mean, I'd much rather have Victor Cruz right now than him. Here's the other thing about Sammy Coates is that he's a good player to stash. This is coming from Mark Leong, our third member. Like I said, he'll be back here hopefully next week. He now has five games of 40 or more yards. So there's somebody there.
Professor Stephen Farias.
Dak Prescott, he's got a good running game. He might have Dez back this week. He might not, but he's still going to go underneath. underneath. He's got Cole Beasley, Jason Witten, likes to throw that underneath pass. He's going to get you a ton of completions.
Listen to Fantasy Football Classroom every Tuesday to Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Pacific Tiger Radio 91.9 FM.
And welcome back to 209 Sports Talk here on the 209 Sports YouTube channel and on the Tiger Radio Network. I am JD Jeff Dominic. Mr. DJ JOD, Mark Leong is still working on a little bit on our end for the sound, but the guys have left, and I've kind of sent my heartfelt, towards all what everybody has done for over the last month and a half or a little bit more than that, and I extended that to Malik Haynes as well, who's here with me tonight, and who knows how long he's going to be here with me. He may be here until after basketball season. Who knows about that? Because that's the other thing too, is I know that basketball season is going to be affecting things. So if you want, if you talk to Jordan and Lucas, who I hope are still listening, and do the show with them or be part of their show, they're going to be probably moving over to Wednesday. So hey, whatever fits you a bit more comfortably, that way you can make sure you get your full experience as well. But once again, you are muchly appreciated, and it's been a blast to having you either whatever decision you make. So. It's been a great time, so I'm excited for the next couple of weeks, and let's keep it going, man. We talked a little bit of the women were putting out. They were talking a little bit about the alumni stuff coming up this week. I wanted to get your take on that as well. I mean, I know we didn't talk a little bit about with the baseball guys, but they did touch bases on it as well. Alumni is happening this weekend, I believe. Was it October 14th?
I don't even know, actually.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this at all. That was not. I'm sorry, man. I really messed that all up for everybody. But okay. So I believe alumni is coming up. Go ahead and go to Pacific.edu is the website. So go to that. They'll be able to get you a little bit more stuff. I know that the girls were very excited because they get to show their dance moves and all this other stuff and have a little bit of fun. So I didn't know really where you were at with it. So hopefully.
The Tiger Mania.
Okay.
Oh,
sure.
Okay. Yeah. I know what that is. I've heard come out the tunnel, do a little entrance, and the girls can do their dance. Okay, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. So, am I wrong? Is that not an alumni night? What is that? I don't know. I hated the fact that I just kind of thought it was that's what it's called.
I think we call it Tiger Mania.
Okay.
And it's basically where they introduce the women's and boys basketball teams, and then they also do the dancing for all the sororities and the frats. Then I think we have a 3-point contest with the guys against the girls teams. Then the guys teams has a little dunk contest.
Okay.
And then I think that's about it.
Cool. Well, I mean, so okay, my bad. I like I said, I didn't really know the exact terminology. I felt that they called it an alumni night, so I wanted to keep that going and not be wrong about anything.
Yeah, it's not just about basketball. It's about the sororities too and the frats, because they all have like their own little dance routine that they do. So and then there's last year there was a tug of war with guys and girls. And then there was a
was it a co-ed thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's not fair.
Yeah, it was co-ed. And then there was a donating
Sammy
contest.
and Rocky taking on the girls or what?
No, it was I think Sammy and Eric were on different sides, so it was pretty competitive.
That's Eric, man. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on. That dude was big. That was a big boy.
Yeah. And then there was like a donut eating contest also, or there was last year. It might be different.
I heard it's going to be happening. No, it's cake.
Cake this year?
So, I heard a cake.
Okay.
I remember. Okay, so the girls have not heard this. Have you heard the expression being a cake eater and how people made fun of you if you were? It was very old school.
No,
but
I
apparently I'm so old. I swear. I am so old that no one has heard the terminology cake eater.
Yeah, I haven't.
You kids need to go look that up.
Cake eater.
You need a role model.
Gotcha. Cake eater.
So no, but no. So when I heard that, I started laughing. But apparently, I was the only one laughing about it. So, so is this your second one that you're going to be involved in, or this is going to be your third?
Second one.
This is going to be your second one.
Yeah.
So what's your experience has been with those? I mean, what else have you seen that's been fun over there, and how different is going to be now that things are kind of there's a little bit of a transition going on for you guys in the men's basketball team, so it's going to be a little different.
Right. I mean, Last year it was very cool. The only thing is that it's extraordinarily long.
Okay.
Because they go through all the sororities because they all have to have like their own little routine that they do. But I mean, it's good for the fans and for everybody to come out, see all the sororities who's in, the sororities who's on each team, and it's pretty fun.
Awesome. So that's happening. That's going to be happening this weekend, Friday, I believe, right?
I believe.
I believe so. They're gonna send me all the information on it, so I'm looking forward to being able to put it all out there on Facebook. So if you're on our if you haven't yet, go to our 209 Sports Facebook page, sign up there. We'll go ahead and send a lot of links of everything that's happening this week. I've asked the girls to go ahead and send me that. I asked the men's baseball team, so that also extends to you. If you find anything that you need to extend to the Facebook page, we'll make sure we put that on there, and that will also go to our 209 Sports Twitter account. 209_sports. We'll make sure that everybody's on the same page there as well. So plenty of stuff going on. We talked women's volleyball. They're going to be playing at home this week. They got 3 straight home matches, so we're looking forward to a few wins. Most notably, they'll be taking on Loyola Marymount this week. And then women's soccer on Sunday at 1 o'clock and women's field hockey at 2 o'clock. All of them at home. The women's soccer at Knowles Field. The women's field hockey will be at the field hockey turf. Have you checked out any? Are you going to be at any? I mean, we talked about volleyball. Are you going to be at any others? Or are you going to be available for any others? I know that you have basketball and stuff like that. So.
I do not know yet. This early in the week.
Oh, I didn't realize that it was this early in the week.
It's only Tuesday.
It's on a Tuesday, but okay. So yeah. So I mean that makes sense though. I mean it's to me I try and plan myself out, but I know that you could get a phone call tomorrow and say, hey, we got to practice at 3 o'clock. Be there.
Yeah.
So it's. But what I'm looking forward to, man, is next week. What I want to make sure we do is. I know in a couple weeks we got basketball coming up, and you wanted to talk about a little bit about the basketball team,
right?
So and you got an exhibition match going up against Green Bay.
No, that's a real game.
Oh, is that a real game?
Yeah,
and that's the first game.
That's the first home game.
I'm gonna have to look that up real quick because now I could have swore, but I'm looking at the Pacific Tigers schedule.
The exhibition match is against. We played them last year too. I forgot their names.
Okay, so you played Bristol University.
Bristol, there we go.
That's on Friday, the November 4th.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna backdate myself a little bit, but we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna talk a little bit about the 3 upcoming games. We'll talk Bristol University. Okay, granted that it's gonna be a exhibition, and I believe Bristol University aren't they? They're a D2 school, aren't they?
Yeah, either D2 or NA. No, they're D2. I think.
Okay.
They're D2.
So and then UCLA, which that's obvious. And that's going to be at UCLA, so you're going to be in SoCal for that. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Green Bay. So we're going to break down those 3 games coming up. Just let's get basketball involved in here.
Right.
We got professional coming up. Let's go ahead and get a little college game out there too. So I'm going to want you to bring that in, and let's talk a little bit about that's going to be the ESPN tip-off marathon, ESPN2 tip-off marathon, the Green Bay match. And I know you were wanting to break that one down and see what you guys can do to come out with a win. I've already kind of talked about it a little bit. I'm going to be ready for you. So
yeah, I'm ecstatic to play on that night, given that it's on ESPN and then
at 11 o'clock.
At 11 o'clock. No, I think it's going to be pretty fun because just being a part of that whole 24 hours of straight basketball. Because I used to watch it every time I would wake up in the middle of the night and there's a live game on or something.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm glad I'm not paying at, 3 a.m. or something, but...
That would suck. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, no. Well, yeah, there was, what was it, 4 years ago? There was a game that was being put on a battleship or something like that?
Yeah, it was
Duke?
I think it was Duke and Michigan State.
That sounds about right. Something
Duke
like that.
State.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, and that was part of I believe that was part of the tip-off marathon that a lot of people were enjoying it. And so your schedule is coming up pretty fast. And as funny as I said, hey, let's hold off on it last week.
Right.
Then I looked at it again. I'm like, well, that's really only about 2 weeks away. We might as well get things kind of amped up and ready to go. So I'm looking forward to that. So we have that coming up. But let's talk about the current stuff right now. And men's water polo. They just came off of another loss or a loss against the top-ranked UCLA team, and it just kind of is fitting that I happen to talk about UCLA with you, and then of course here we are talking about men's water polo and the UCLA one. They just really played UCLA, and they played them well. But the only thing is that they did lose 9-5. And Mark, if I can get you in here on this, because this is where you're more involved. Don't shake your head at me. They can see you on camera. You see that? No, I need your help because I need you to move over some interviews. Get him ready for you. So he's trying to take a small break on you, and we're not ready for a break. So men's water polo took on UCLA. So what's funny is I can hear you say that now.
I didn't hear. Actually, I didn't hear. Oh.
Go ahead. So, anyways, UCLA, and Mark was actually there for the men's water polo match, and he had a chance to talk. Oh, take it off automated real quick. Thank you. He had a chance to talk with Alexander Petrovich, who had a couple of goals, and the head coach. Help me out with that. It's James Graham. James Graham?
Yeah, James Graham.
Okay, so now they did lose 9-5. And Mark, can you give me the premise of the interview, though? At least help me out with that, because I don't know what you asked him. Mark, hit me, please. Come on, man.
Turn my mic on.
Oh,
turn the mic on.
There you go. Mic's on.
The last one.
I don't know. I just put them both up.
You're gonna be like talking to you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Of course, I can hear you.
Okay, who are playing first? Alexander?
We'll use Alexander here on there first. I'm going to move Coach over there too just to have it. But yeah, so Alexander Petrovich.
Trying to remember the question. I left my notes in the car. But the question's there you go.
Hello.
Nice. Hello.
Anyway.
No, the question was more about playing as a team because he scored 2 goals. He scored 1 to tie up the game in the early first quarter.
Okay.
And after that, there were UCLA answered with 3 straight points before the Tigers scored a goal at the end of close to the end of second. So he was, as you could hear, he's going to explain that he doesn't really care about how many goals he score as long as the team wins or not. So.
All right, let's have a little bit of a talk with Alexander Petrovich.
Petrovic.
Okay.
Petrovic. Not how you expect to come out the game, but scoring 2 goals, how you feel for yourself, how you did today.
I mean, it's all about the team. We're not able to score these goals without these guys, but I think we needed to score much more and be ready for each of us to score as many so we can win next time. But we'll come back, practice next week, and hopefully we'll win next time.
As a team, you're talking about a team, how you guys think you did offensively and defensively?
Defensively, I think we did pretty good. But offensively, I mean, getting scored 9 goals from UCLA is not bad because that's MPSF teams are pretty good. So 9 goals is really good. We just need to score more goals, and that's it. But we need to find a chance and get more exclusions. So hopefully it's going to be good next time.
Well, hopefully they can rebound. They've got a few things coming up here soon, so I'll get you their stuff here in just a moment. But you hear a lot of things about the same, and I know Malik, you hear it. I know we hear it as media guys. Team. We don't hear an individual. That's what I love about college sports. I really do, and regard whether it be basketball, baseball, football. You don't hear so much the individualism, and that's what I love about regardless of the sport. I mean, it's still so pure to me, and whether it is or not, and don't tell me otherwise. Which I really believe that it's not. It's not. I just still feel that it's so pure to me. I enjoy that, and of course, I love the pro game. Don't get me wrong, and there's nothing wrong with the pro game, but I love college sports because it's so pure. It's not individualized. It's still. You're playing under me. You're playing for the Tiger logo. You're playing for whatever team logo you have, and that's what I love about that experience. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to throw that out there because the way you were mentioning it. By the way, you did good on these interviews. I know you say that you don't like your voice, and you know what?
I still don't.
You did just fine. I will give you credit on that. I'm not asking for a strike or anything like that. I'm saying swear to whatever piece of religion I swear to.
The Tiger.
I swear to the Tiger that that was actually a solid interview and you did a good job. So, okay. Which, Malik, we're going to get you involved in that here in a little bit. Probably we'll have you do an interview, depending on, if you're going to be at the women's volleyball
I can do an interview.
Okay.
Look at it. Like, I can do it.
Down.
I can do it at the volleyball game.
Okay, see?
Perfect. Well, I'm glad you're ready.
Days off for us.
You're going to edit it too.
I can do that.
So no, you can't.
I've done it before.
I've got no worries about you on that too. So okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about Coach Graham, Coach James Graham, the men's water polo head coach. Before we play, what was that?
I was asking about even though they lost, how what changes they could improve playing, especially with the next game. Who they're playing next? I forgot which one.
They are. I'm sorry. I'll get
for prepping for number 14, I believe.
No, they're playing UC Irvine.
Oh, UC Irvine.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I was asking how he felt about the team offensively and defensively. So that's the premise of the whole interview with Bob from the record.
The Stockton record.
The Stockton record, I mean.
Go ahead.
Unfortunately, being down our best player right now, Luke Pavlard, our offense, had to be done a little bit more by committee, and we didn't put away the critical opportunities that we needed to today to get the job done. So, all the guys are going to have to step up a little bit and find a way to get some more goals in order for us to be successful. But the defense is overall in the range of where we need to be, but the offense has got to get better.
Why is he out?
He's just hurt right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
How frustrating was it to come out of timeouts and power plays and not even get a shot out on two of those?
Yeah, there's a lot of young guys on this team, and some youth is shine through sometimes, and so yes, it's extremely frustrating. These guys, like I said, have got to step up and figure out a way to get the job done on offense, and it doesn't matter what grade you're in. You got to be able to do it. If I put you in the game, I put you in the game for a reason, and the team believes in you, and you gotta get the job done. And they just didn't do it.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Number 17, the next game for you guys is UC Irvine.
Yeah.
What preparations are you planning to do for that game?
Really, it's going to come down to we need to get better at what we do. Being this is a year where we're trying to rebuild and try to go after, an NC2A berth and get a national championship game. We got to get better at what we do. So we got to go back and figure out what we have to do to put up more goals. And so hopefully Luke Pavlard will be back and healthy by that time. That would be a great addition. But we got to make progress with this young group of guys. They happen to be very talented, and we're in a great spot being fourth in the nation, but we got to find a way to score some goals.
Despite losing this game, but being able to score 5 goals against the number 1 ranked team, how encouraging is that for the team?
It's not that there was all negative spots on offense. There were some bright spots that were just not enough. We weren't consistent enough to be able to do that. I think there are some things to build on, but there's a lot of adjustments we got to make, and it's adapt or die, and we got to start adapting better to these top teams and finding a way to score goals, and some players just got to step up.
So, I like the last part. I think he did touch something right there, nailed something right on the head. I think, Malik, you know well about it. It's next man up kind of mentality, and I think I think Coach Graham nailed it right on the head that it does need to happen that way. The next man does need to step up. Hopefully, now you did say something there, Mark, that that their number 1 or their number 2 guy was out with an unspecified injury. It sounded like and I'm not putting words in anybody's mouth, but that's what it sounded like to me. If they get this guy, if they get their number 2 scorer back against number 8 UC Irvine on the road, I think that this will get things back in the right realm of things and pushing forward as they look forward to George Washington, California, Long Beach State, all ranked opponents. UC Santa Barbara, and then again against a Stanford team that's going to be on the road. So a lot of water polo still to play, but I think they're still looking to try and get that at large bid because I think they have all need that because. They play a lot of ranked opponents, but at the same time, it's very, very tough for that.
Difficult.
So, That's what's coming up. So we've got a lot of. Go ahead and we need to get some commercials in there. So go to bad radio. Wait. Go to search. Get some PSAs. So see where it says interviews. Go to PSA. There you go. So throw about 4 or 5 of those over there, and then if we need to add a couple more, we will. So before we go to break, so he's just going to throw a couple up there, and then we're going to hit the music, and we'll go ahead and go to a small break here. All right, you ready to go back to instant players?
Hit the music, DJ.
Hit my music. Go ahead and hit one at the bottom 3 rows. Perfect. So let's go ahead and take a small break. You listen to. Wait a minute.
Nah, you're listening to 209 Sports on
Tiger Radio.
Tiger Radio.
91.9
FM.
And the 209 Sports.
And the 209 Sports YouTube channel.
Perfect.
Come on, hit a homer, Jesse!
Let's go, guys!
Hey, did you guys know that kids who play sports earn more money when they grow up?
Of course. I knew that.
Hey, did you guys know that kids who read books have a bigger vocabulary?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Wow, Jinx. Did you guys know that friendly children have more friends?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's true. I knew that. Did you guys know that winter babies are better at music?
Everyone knows that.
Oh, yeah?
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
obvious.
Oh, hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Huh. I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I knew that.
I'm pretty sure you didn't.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plotto and his son Dylan to do the dishes. They talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad o'clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese!
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're listening to KPAC, Stockton, 91.9.
Right now?
Run it up! Home of the Pacific Tigers.
In 50 feet, turn left. Why are you driving so slowly?
After a few drinks, I'm taking it slow.
Well, you're not fooling the cop behind you.
What?
Get ready to pay in 0.1 miles.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, fish dad!
Oh, come on! This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
That's you.
And we are back.
Where are we back from?
We are back from commercial on Tigers.
209 Sports.
209 Sports.
Pacific Tiger
Radio Network.
91.9
FM. And Pacific Tigers YouTube channel. 209
Sports YouTube channel.
209 Sports YouTube channel.
Pacific Tiger has their own YouTube channel that usually involves sports.
It'll come.
Anyways, thank you all for joining us. I am JD Jeff Dominic. Blake Haynes is to my left. Mark Itleong is to my right.
Nope, it's not on.
It's
my mic on.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear you talking. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
You keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
I don't hear you.
I can hear you.
Go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
Okay. So we waited, and we were hoping to have a gentleman in here to allow us to.
You remember his name?
Chris Cannon. Am I right?
Yeah.
Barley.
You're right.
But he's not here yet. Doesn't mean that he's not going to be here. We're just waiting to see if he's going to hear from us. But it's NFL Pick'em time. That way I can get Malik out of here because I know he's got to get studying. He's got things he's got to get done. Mark and I just we have no life and we're missing SmackDown. So, and that's why I'm wearing the RKO shirt. Got to represent, hashtag out of nowhere. So.
Oh, you got that from No Mercy?
I did.
Good job.
I did. So I also bought a No Mercy shirt. Who won that triple threat, by the way? I did.
No one.
No one.
No one.
No one.
All right. So NFL Pick'em time. So Broncos at San Diego. That is the Thursday night game. Broncos coming off the loss. What's that?
Is it Thursday night?
Yep. Broncos coming off the loss after the match again, or after the game against Atlanta. Atlanta looks for real. We'll talk about them later. San Diego Chargers coughed up another one.
Not surprised.
I think I'll go ahead and start things off. I'm going Broncos, even though it's in San Diego.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty easy one to me.
Even without the regular the coach, or the coach is out.
Yeah, I understand. He's got a heart or a flu, right? Flu-like symptoms.
Yeah.
So I'm still staying with Broncos. I just think that they're that good.
Who's starting? Do you know? Not yet.
I heard Simeon's still going to be your starter.
Yeah, I think that too.
Well, yeah, I got Broncos then.
Okay, so all of us are on the Broncos.
Well, Mr. Kyle.
That's why I said all of us. He's with us. Oops, I put all of Broncos. I meant all on Broncos. 49ers and Bills. I think we could be seeing a little bit of a, who knows where we could go with this. I know, Mark, you were kind of disappointed in the Niners' performance yesterday, or last week. I think everybody was kind of disappointed in the Niners' performance, unless you picked the Cardinals. I said last week.
You corrected yourself.
I know. Give me credit. I corrected myself.
I was going to say, wait, I missed my work.
Yeah, I missed my job. But, so they lost last week, last Thursday. I think everybody was on the same, wait, not everybody. I picked Cardinals, so I'm just saying. I
didn't pick the Cardinals?
Oh.
I didn't?
No.
You sure? You want to check it? Check it. Check from last week.
Anyways, so.
I might have picked the Cardinals.
Go ahead, go check and see what
That's alright, I've got it right.
Oh, I accidentally deleted it.
I did delete it. No. Hold on, it's coming up, so. But anyways, while we.
And like we mentioned earlier, and I guess during your show, that Colin Kaepernick will be starting.
Yep, Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, he said finally.
Finally.
Do you think that it's going to be that big of a deal? Do you really? I mean, it changes the dynamic. I give you that if that's what you're thinking. But do you think it's going to make it that big of a deal that they may come out with a win?
I think I don't think they will win this game against the Bills, but I think they will play better because Kaepernick fixed Chip Kelly's system better than Gabbert does.
Okay.
They can run more different kind of plays, more read option plays.
If that was the case, then why he didn't start?
I don't know. I thought he was going to start from the beginning.
Chip Kelly's system.
That's why. I was wondering why.
But the other thing, and this is just a joking question, but does he cut his hair? Or how does Colin Kaepernick fit in his helmet with that big hair?
He has a lot of hair on his head right now.
I don't know how it fits. I mean, he gets it to work somehow.
He needs an extra large helmet.
Yeah.
Well, he was putting it into more of the cornrow kind of, back in the day. So I mean, we could be seeing that again.
Maybe he doesn't need no cushion in his helmet because his hair is cushioned.
Yeah, I was gonna say even if he gets sagged, you're like, I don't feel anything. No concussion for me.
Well, I don't know where it's at.
Yep, see?
Well, I'm gonna say I picked the Cardinals last week.
We all did.
So
This guy. Anyways,
picked Cardinals
so
last
I'm done trying to look for it. I'll look it up again just to be mean, but 49ers at Bills. Okay, so I said this. Colin Kaepernick averages under 20% of throws over 25 yards. He's going to want to get the ball down the field. That's what we're going to be looking for. I think it adds a different dynamic, but I don't think he's going to be the quarterback. I think he's going to be an option. He's just going to be someone that's going to be stretching the field a little bit more, give Carlos Hyde a little bit more room. Is that what we're looking at, or do you think legitimately the Niners can beat the Bills, who just beat the St. Louis Rams? That Bills did.
I think the 49ers can beat them I think it all depends on that first drive or two.
Okay.
If they come out and get a 3-and-out real quick, then they'll just be running the ball a lot. But if they do like a 6-minute drive and at least get like a field goal or a touchdown in with a couple short passes, then maybe in that next drive they might take a couple shots down the field.
Okay.
Do you see the read option actually working? Or do you think the defense figure it out already? Colin Kaepernick.
I think it could work with Hyde as a running back and Kaepernick as a running back, because they won't know who the ball is going to. So that'll be big on the defensive ends on whether they're attacking the quarterback or the running back. Because before they'd attack the running back every time, then Gabbert would just hand it off most of the time.
So they're going to actually have a QB. They're going to have a spy with one of the linebackers.
Yeah. Then that's when they can fake it, pull back, and maybe take one of their shots deep. So.
But one of the biggest issues that the option didn't work was the line. The line is the line's still not that good. I don't see this is still working out. I think that the Chip Kelly system is going to be fine. I think that Kaepernick is going to be fine. I just think that the talent around him isn't fine, and that's what's going to hurt him.
That's very true.
So
and plus he still runs. See if he changes his run. He only runs left and right, not north and south. So that's hard when you're going to lose yards if you're going to keep on going just left and right.
It's the Robert Griffin effect, though. I think that we watched what Robert Griffin III go through, and I think he got hurt going north and south. That I think Colin Kaepernick kind of feels that way a little bit too. I'm not putting words in his mouth, but at the same time, I kind of see that. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what I'm concerned with.
All you have to do is just slide. Just slide or get out of bounds. Every now and then you're going to take a couple shots, but Aaron Rodgers, he's great. He scrambles all the time and he doesn't get touched. Get your 5, 6, 7 yards, then slide.
Or slide.
Go feet first. They can't hit. They're not supposed to hit you.
Yeah.
I should say. So decision time. Niners at Buffalo.
Bills. I'm taking the Bills.
The Bills.
All on.
Get the Bills.
But I hope Kaepernick plays good.
Well, this is a
what's considered good. What's it? Give me a stat line.
2 touchdowns and a pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 touchdowns and a pick, maybe 40 rushing yards.
40 rushing yards, throws for 205, 210.
Yeah. I think that'd be pretty good.
I think a buck 75 passing yards, a touchdown, an interception, and probably 5 attempts running for 40 yards.
That's a pretty good stat line.
It's still kind of Blaine Gabbert-ish. It really is, but could it add some different dynamic, and maybe it helps the defense as well, kind of get a little bit of rest on the field as well.
Let's open up the offensive weapons that the Niners supposedly have. I'm hearing a lot of Niners fans, they have weapons. I don't see the weapons. What weapons?
In the words of
they have
one of our good friends,
right.
I'm not going to say the first part, but where? Anyways, Eagles at Redskins, another nice little NFC East battle.
It's going to be a good one.
It is going to be a good one. I really think that whenever it's division, I think you can't just, it's going to be a blowout.
No.
We can, but at the same time, out of all the division ones, you'll see the ones of Carolina versus Atlanta, where Atlanta just completely torched them. Okay, you'll get one every once in a while.
That's when you have no defense, but you have a good offense.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, I don't think you'll get a blowout in this division. The Eagles, Redskins, Giants, and Cowboys.
Yeah, I agree.
Gotta make sure I said the Cowboys.
Hey, I've said this. I have taken off the worst defense logo on the Cowboys and moved them up, and I've said they're not going to be your best starter, which you can hear fantasy football classroom on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. But I said that they would be somebody that you could start with confidence. So I said that about the Cowboys.
Well, you can start?
You can start them if you need them.
Against who? You want to start against this week? Against the Packers?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you can start them. If you need them, you can start them.
They have been pretty good lately.
And you listen to that show and you'll hear why. I explain why. But in this game, Eagles-Redskins, it is in Washington. Well, it's in D.C., I should say.
Right.
Philadelphia Eagles, they just come off a loss. I'm sure they're pretty unhappy right now.
And then Redskins just came off a win against
win against Baltimore. So
that's good. Ooh,
it's a little tough one, right?
Yeah.
I'm taking Philly.
Yeah, no, I got the Eagles winning this.
Well, since y'all two taking Philly, I'm gonna go with the Redskins.
Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's 3-on-1. You're running by
I
yourself.
won Philly, but I think I'm gonna take the Redskins because they're coming off momentum and they're at home.
Well, I say this: if you really feel in Philly, stay Philly because there's gonna be other ones that are gonna be. I think we're all gonna be a little torn on.
Nah, no, you're trying to get me to go back.
You said Philly originally. I wanted to give you the option.
He don't want you to text him like I told you. Like, who only pick the Redskins?
No, I'm gonna take the Redskins. I'm gonna take the Redskins.
Yeah, for division wise, since Cowboys is in the NFC East, I would like the Redskins to win this. But I want to see a good game between the Eagles and the Cowboys. So I want to make sure that they're almost the same level when it comes to wins and losses.
So here's the one that I think we may all be split on. And this one, as much as it's who cares kind of thing, it still has to be played. That's Browns versus Titans.
Right.
I think
Brown.
Huh?
Baby Blue versus Brown.
That's right. What has Brown done for you? Nothing lately. They're still winless. But I think that they can win this one.
Nah.
I think they can win this one.
I'm taking the Titans at Titans, and they just came off a win against Dolphins. So
listen, what you just said.
And they're at home. Hey, momentum carries a lot in the NFL. So.
I see it. I'm with you on it.
I'm taking the Titans.
DeMarco Murray and Mariota. Yeah, they're all.
Wow.
Who does Brown have to help win?
Terrell Pryor.
There you go. Done.
Oh, this one player.
Terrence West as well.
They're not the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Nope. LeBron James.
Yeah.
LeBron James. But okay, so I'm gonna run by myself on the Browns.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna call. Watch for the text.
Yeah. Well, either that or you'll text me all. Everyone will text me back. Hey, didn't you pick the Browns? Yeah. Shut up. Aren't you watching the other games?
Just give you the poop emoji. There's your Browns.
Ravens at Giants. Ravens coming off that tough loss. Just fired their offensive coordinator. The Giants, they come off of a tough loss against Green Bay.
I'm taking Baltimore.
Are you taking Baltimore? It's in New York.
Taking
or
Baltimore.
East Rutherford, excuse me.
Taking Baltimore. Even though Odell made up with the net.
Nice. Well played, sir.
I'm gonna still take Baltimore.
Good job. I forgot who I picked for this. I think I got the Ravens. Yeah, I got the Ravens on this one, I believe.
I think we're all on the Ravens. I think that it's time to see what the Ravens are really made of. Going to East Rutherford, playing against I'm going to say at least a good Giants team.
You said they fired their offensive coordinator?
Yes.
So they have a new coordinator when it comes to that, so they're going to probably open up a new playbook,
right?
Which will fit better with what they got.
Here's my problem, is that Mike Wallace is hurt and so is Steve Smith. Mike Wallace will play. Steve Smith is, I've heard doubtful, and I've heard questionable. So, check your...
It's early in the week. It's only Tuesday.
It is.
They play Sunday.
Yeah, so for now, I'm going to say, I know I can't change it, but I'm going to say that I'm going to stay on the Ravens side, but that injury report messes with me a little bit.
It's a 50-50 game.
That's absolutely with the Carolina Panthers, where we picked Panthers winning last week.
Yeah, we thought Cam Newton was going to play.
Yeah, we found out he didn't play. Derek Anderson,
It is one of the hard parts of that, of predicting so early. I get it. Panthers at Saints. Panthers. Okay. I'm hearing Cam Newton's going to play.
I'm hearing that too.
Oh, speaking of... I didn't know that was the next game. Carolina.
Yeah, I know. It just kind of worked out perfectly.
5 seconds delayed.
New Orleans Saints coming off a bye week, so they didn't play. They haven't played anybody yet. So it is in New Orleans. This is going to be a track meet. The Panthers don't like playing in the Dome, is what I'm getting at. They played Atlanta, got completely torched. New Orleans got Brandon Cook. They have
Drew Brees.
Yeah, they have Drew Brees. They have a good plethora of wide receivers, running backs. I mean, I think that Drew Brees and the Saints can definitely hold their own against this Carolina defense that has looked pretty
terrible.
Bleak at best. Yeah,
I'm gonna say terrible.
I'm not going to dispute that one either.
I'm gonna
Pull
pick
it
the
Charles
Saints.
Barkley. Terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Saints on this one because they have 2 weeks to plan against Cam Newton and that offense. I mean, they're probably preparing to have him play, and if they don't, that's even better because they ain't got to deal with the running. So
You don't have to worry about Derek Anderson.
Derek
Anderson.
Yeah, you? Okay, I'm out.
So I'm picking the Saints on this one.
They actually, even though they had a bye week, I believe they won because Panthers lost. I forget the other.
Atlanta lost.
Yeah, Atlanta.
Tampa Bay won. That's the only team that won.
But Buccaneers.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the record, but
I think they're 2-3.
yeah. So they gained ground.
Yeah.
Basically. So but I got the Saints winning this. Panthers gonna lose 3 straight, I believe. They're gonna be 4 straight now.
Yeah, they're 1-4 right now.
They're 1-4.
Okay.
Oh, they lost 4 straight. I thought they lost.
You guys actually.
It might have been 3 because they lost the first game against the Broncos.
Yeah, so they're.
You guys actually convinced me on that one. I was kind of going towards the Panthers. I was trying to see if there was a better argument, but there wasn't. So I'm just gonna go with it.
Does Jonathan Stewart play? Is he back yet? What's their fantasy football?
There's a rumor that he's going to be playing. He's still listed as doubtful, though.
I need help with my fantasy football. I need to play.
We'll listen on Tuesday or Thursday from 10 a.m. to noon, and you'll be able to get a lot of the input. And then if you were going to be here next week, which we're hoping for, we'll start at 9:30.
Okay.
So, anyways, Jaguars at Bears.
Crickets.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Jaguars just aren't as good as I thought they would be. I really was high on them, and I thought they were going to be a lot better than what they are. The Chicago Bears, I think the 4-12 mark is probably.
They are who we thought they were.
Exactly. The Jay Cutler experience is over. I think it's going to be done by the end of the year. I got Jags.
I'm gonna take the Bears on this one. I mean, they didn't play that bad against the Colts. They only lost by a touchdown or 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they put some points on the board. They had 23 points. So,
I got the Jaguars.
So,
like Bortles will eventually put up some points, yards when it comes to this game.
Okay, so Malik, you're running yourself on that that Bears game. So you got a couple options there. Rams at Lions. They're in Detroit. Rams coming off of a tough loss against Buffalo. Buffalo has a lot more of a running attack. The Lions don't. So that's the good news if you're a Rams fan. At least you don't have to deal with a running attack.
They did just come off a win.
The Lions did. So
against Philly, a good team. Philly was what 4-1 at that time.
They were 3-0.
3-0 at the time.
Yeah. So now they're 3-1 going into week 6. They had that bye week. That's why I throw that out there.
Okay.
I think I'm going to kind of ride the Lions bandwagon a little bit on this one after beating Philly. I think the momentum's on their side on this, and especially in Detroit.
I'm gonna take the Lions too. I don't know if the Rams are for real yet. The way they started the season, maybe it's kind of back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
All right.
Where are you at on this?
I got the Lions on this.
Oh, everyone's on the Lions. Okay.
The Lions will destroy the Rams.
Destroy? I think it'll be pretty competitive.
I think it'll be a competitive one too. I do agree with that.
Let's talk about fighting because it's a lion. It's an animal talk.
How about this? We like offense? I know I do.
Steelers might get 40.
I'm with you. I think I'm dead on with you on it.
Yeah.
Steelers versus Dolphins.
That's going to be a shout out real quick. First half will be over.
So, are we all on the Steelers?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're all on the Steelers.
Yes,
I don't even
ma'am.
think I need to ask you about that one. Oh,
Yes,
really?
ma'am.
Really? How about this one, if we like offense? Bengals, Patriots. Do I really need to go there?
Nope.
Patriots.
All right, all on Patriots. That's pretty sad that
Tom Brady.
we're getting to that point.
He's helping me out.
Yes, sir.
Tom Brady.
Chiefs, Raiders.
If you want Raiders. Yeah, I mean, if you want defense.
Yeah.
We're going with the Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders.
All on Raiders. Wow. Well, this is becoming not fun.
They're in Oakland too, so.
Here's a good one. This is in Seattle.
Ooh.
Falcons, Seahawks.
You know me, I'm going with the Seahawks.
So Malik's on the Falcons. That's what I heard. I gotcha.
I got the Falcons winning.
Do you?
They're still riding on the Matt Ryan, Julio Jones.
Okay.
Devontae Freeman.
This is actually kind of nice.
But we have 2 weeks to prepare. We just had a bye weekend, so we can prepare for that offense. We got game film of the Broncos game this past week, so I think we know what to do.
So check
Russell
this one
Wilson's
out.
getting healthy.
We got a good split on this.
2-2.
Malik, you and I are on the Seahawks. Mark and Kyle are on the Falcons. There we go. So the
Falcon?
Yeah, I threw it on there. There might be only one left after the Seahawks are done with them.
It's the Battle of the Birds.
It is. Cowboys and Packers.
Oh, this is gonna be a good.
This is another good one. I'm kind of curious. So hold on. Now let's go ahead and have a little conversation piece. I want you to see, these are Kyle's picks. Look what Kyle highlighted. Look what Kyle highlighted. He's a Cowboys fan.
That makes no
He's
sense.
being a realist.
No,
That's
actually
true.
what he did is he went after Packers, so that way he could hopefully be wrong and have the Cowboys win. I swear that's what he said. So, but yeah, so he could have been a realist. I like it because it's in Green Bay. To me it's a serious coin flip. I think I like both teams. I think the Cowboys are playing way better than anybody anticipated. I think that the Packers are a better team than what even a lot of other people thought they were anticipated, because everyone thought, oh, their offense stinks, they're horrible, this, that, and the other thing. They got Aaron Rodgers. I think that's the other thing. It's in Lambeau. They got Aaron Rodgers.
I think if Cowboys can control the clock with the running game and their offensive line, they can have a chance to pull this one out.
Yeah, speaking of that one, when we were coming home from the pay-per-view this past Sunday night, the first drive for the Packers, they hold the ball for over 8 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be battle of the possession for the ball, and Cowboys could do that too.
Right.
But hopefully at the end, it's not going to be a field goal.
Right.
So hopefully if they could punch in there for a touchdown, yeah, it's going to be battle who could less turnovers.
That too. I mean, and Dak hasn't thrown an interception yet. So.
That's it, right there.
And which to be honest, I'm looking forward to seeing him throw a pick. To get it over with.
Yeah.
That once that thing gets over with, because I've been telling people, like, I'd rather see him do that early,
Then
like in the quarter, than, let's say, it's the final drive, he just interception, game over. So it's like...
If I heard this right, I think that this is the first time in NFL history that they had a quarterback doing what he's done. I think he's got like 1,400 total passing yards, and then you have Ezekiel Elliott.
1,400?
Yeah, 1,400 total passing yards right now out of 5 games. 5 games, it's roughly about 250, 300 yards per game.
Oh, okay.
So, they're 4-1, so it's about 1,500, I think, is where it was at. They also have Ezekiel Elliott, who has over 500 yards right now, too. That's the first time that they've had a combo of rookies doing that in the NFL, if I've got my stats correct. So that's pretty good right now.
Yeah, I mean, all credit goes to the offensive line. I mean, of course, you got to give credit to Dak and Ezekiel, but that offensive line, is just amazing. I feel like I can run behind them and maybe get 100 yards.
There you go. I like it. So, yeah, I went Packers. Kyle went Packers.
I'm gonna go Cowboys.
I like it. I don't disagree with this. I really don't.
Cowboys.
My heart, Packers gonna win this, but I'm not gonna be. I'm I'm not picking against the Cowboys. I'm not saying Cowboys going to be 16-0. I'm going to eventually pick someone other than the Cowboys winning the game. But this is not one of it.
And I want the Cowboys to win because I don't want Tony Romo to get the job back. I mean,
I'm with you.
I mean, it's just like how Tom Brady.
Back. He never lost a job yet.
I mean, he should lose it.
Yeah, neither is Alex Smith. Okay.
He never lost it.
Neither did Alex Smith.
For what? For what team?
The San Francisco 49ers. He got hurt.
I mean, this is the future. Why not? I mean, it's not like the future is being bad right now. It's not like they're 1-5. They're playing good football. Mm-hmm. He's going to be the future quarterback anyway. It's just like how Tom Brady got his start from.
Yeah, let him be the future. This is still the present.
No, you get hurt. Sorry, you get hurt. You lose your job.
What's the saying, Jeff, earlier?
I ain't gonna talk about this. What my saying was that was so horrible. Jeff ain't doing that no more. I'm sorry.
He tried to say he just lost his.
I've lost my day so far. It's doing 2 shows is apparently for the birds.
For me, I disagree with you guys. I say Romo he gets a job back because he proved that he can still play. As long as he can still play and he's healthy. I don't want them to rush him to play. Right. If he's going to play and he gets injured again, then yeah, that's different. That's a whole different
story. So you're ready
but we know that we got a good backup no matter what.
Okay, how about this? What if Romo comes back, throws 2 touchdowns and 2 picks,
and loses
and wins?
Didn't hurt.
2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and loses.
That hurt.
While Dak probably won't throw an interception, or he hasn't been.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's my point exactly.
Right? It's right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It ain't broke. Don't worry about it. So, leave it alone. So, Malik and Mark, you're on the Cowboys, right?
Yep.
Perfect.
But we're opposite when it comes to if Romo starts to get the job.
And that's fine. We
got like 3 weeks to do that.
I said, you know what? I don't think really there's no wrong answer in this. Of course, at the end there will be because someone will have picked the right team, but right. I really don't think there's a wrong answer. I don't have a problem with this being a split decision on this one.
No.
How about this one? Colts at Texans.
An AFC South battle.
Yep.
I'm gonna take the Colts.
It's in Houston.
Houston, we have a problem. Colts.
Wow, I'm taking Texans.
Really?
Wow.
I'm sorry, I am. I was. Well, we'll see.
You're drunk.
No. We can always go. Never mind. Jets at Cardinals. This is the Monday night game. This will pretty much possibly
Monday night game.
Game of the week.
Why? Why is this one game of the week?
Oh, so the Colts and the Texans the Sunday night game.
Yeah, Colts and Texans.
Why for that too? We have all these good games ahead, and they picked these 2 teams for the.
Well, they already have the schedule.
Yeah, the Jets and Cardinals weren't supposed to be this bad, I guess.
Well, no,
they weren't. You're right.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be. The Cardinals was number 1. They were number 1, I believe.
They finished like
number 2,
14-2 or something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and they lost to a 15-1 Carolina Panthers team that was supposed to be really good this year too, and we kind of saw what happened.
1-4.
Yeah, it's not like they could flex to change the game. So.
Right. I'm on the Cardinals.
I want the Jets to win. I want the Jets to win, but I think the Cardinals are gonna win. So I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
I didn't pick for this game. I don't know if I did.
So
I got the Cardinals.
Well, I could have just waited for you to say that, and then that way I wouldn't have had this kind of drama. Dang it.
You're right. You did ask.
You're right. I didn't ask.
Yeah.
So, it's all right. So that wraps up our Pigskin Pick'ems to finish up the show. I hope everyone had a great time. It was a emotional moment for me, I guess, and as far as knowing that some of these guys are going to be leaving us, I should say, because I know Mark's been working with them as well.
I'm leaving too.
What's that?
I'm leaving.
If you want, it don't bother me none. That would suck. I hope you don't go. Oh wait, don't go.
Okay, I won't go. 6 years.
So, anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed it. I'm going to be looking forward to having everybody here next week. This will be pretty much the final week of most of these guys. I've already kind of talked to Malik about what his options were. Let's throw just 2 or 3 PSAs out there. real quick, Malik, go to station IDs, go to PSAs. Just throw like 2 or 3. Go take it off the automated real quick too. But yeah, so it's time. It's time for these guys to kind of get ready to do their shows, and that's perfect. Yeah, it's time for them to get ready to do their own shows. Malik, I hope, stays with us. Out of everyone, I think everyone has done a great job. I'm really excited for where they're going with this and their shows in the future. But ultimately, it was that time. So that's about it for our shows. So let's go ahead and thank some of the people that we need to make sure we thank. That being, we'll start, of course, start with Pacific Tigers, the University of Pacific. I mean, without them, we wouldn't be here. And that's not saying about that's kind of summing up everybody at the moment. But of course, the guy that's allowing us to do what we do is none other than a gentleman that we've had a lot of. In fact, we've got new mics in here, and he's got a lot of things to say, and he's a great guy. If you haven't met him, you do need to meet him, and that is a guy by the name of Professor Graham Carpenter. Now, this is no disrespect to the University of Pacific, but this is where he is from, so we want to represent where he's coming from, and that is from Alabama. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
So we want to thank him to no end that he has been able to allow us to come up with our show, bringing our show to here, allowing these guys to come in here and get an experience that I hope they'll never forget. And at the same time, if they decide to pursue a radio career, they bring us along. So, so thank you to Professor Carpenter. We appreciate you, and we're glad that we were able to work on this coexisting relationship, and we're looking forward to the future of Pacific Tiger Radio, and that also includes 209 Sports.
Well, don't forget his staff and crew now.
We're going to work on that. He now has a staff and crew. I'm excited for him. All right, let's go ahead and cut the music on that. I want to thank him once again to no end. He's done a phenomenal job and allowed us to do some things that are pretty cool. So, which, once again, I mean, I've got a new kinship with some athletes that I wouldn't have had without him helping me out along that way too. So, it's been a great time. So that has been about it on that part. Now, on to thank the rest of the crew, the people that have been here for the last month and a half. We'll start with Desire Finney and Moriana Clayton. They're usually my first hour ladies, and they've done a great job. They are going to be breaking apart after next week. They will pretty much have their show in hand. Can't wait to see what they've got going on. Lucas Halstead, Jordan Gonzalez, they've done a great job. They're going to come out with the Gonzo and Yeti show. I think is coming up, so we're going to kind of promote that here soon. And as far as Malik Haynes goes, I hope he sticks with us. I've enjoyed him as well as all of them. I don't want to out anybody, but I know Malik's always come in the last, and he's been the
best for last.
There you go. I like it.
I'm just saying.
So he's been a great job. He's done a great job. He's learned a lot. I hope we've taught him a lot. He's been a blast, and hopefully we can keep him on for a little while longer than the rest of them. I do know that he's going to have to break off at some point because I do know that he's got basketball coming up. But hey, for now, we've got you. We're going to keep you. For all those guys, those girls and guys, and the rest of the crew, Mr. DJ JOD, Mark Itleong, he's been my sidekick for a very long time. I want to thank him to no end as well. Without him, I wouldn't have been able. I don't think I'd have gotten as far as I was. So he's done a great job with us as well. I am JD, Jeff Dominic. Thank you all. Have a great night. We'll be back next Tuesday, Fantasy Football Classroom, 10 a.m. to 12. And of course, the 209 Sports Talk right here on Pacific Tiger Radio, 91.9 FM, and on the 209 Sports YouTube channel. Thank you all. Have a great night.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plato and his son. Talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad O'Clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council. How to be a great dad in 15 seconds. Bike ride, go fish, walk in the park, phone call, milkshake, play catch, picnic, fly a kite, tell jokes, laugh, talk, read a story, tell a story, bumper car, swing set, bowling, pillow fight, cut loose, stay tight. Whew. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, Fish Dad!
Oh, come on! This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
New music first. What's up, guys? This is Bruno Mars, and you're listening to my first single off my new album. This is 24 Karat Magic.
Pacific Tiger Radio, 91.9 FM.
Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 Karat Magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out! Pop, pop, it's showtime. 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 Guess who's back again?